Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest-running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe. It has seen the birth of almost 1 million Dubliners, and some 24 new babies are added to that number every day.
Well done.
Congratulations.
It's a place of extreme highs and devastating lows.
Please cry.
Agony and ecstasy, all happening second to second.
Lovely little fella.
We're there for the most intimate of moments as people experience events which will change their lives forever.
Yeah, the baby's almost out, come on.
Events to be remembered and retold for generations to come.
Well done, you're okay. Your baby's nearly here. Oh, here we go.
Partners are great, like, you see the love like that they give to the women. Even the first kiss afterwards is lovely to see them, you know, it's like, oh, well done, honey, or, you know, you did it.
It's okay, Daddy and Mommy.
You can really see them falling in love all over again.
Sophie and Daryl are arriving in the delivery suite, expecting their first child today. Their relationship started as a holiday romance when Sophie was just 16.
I was at my uncle's wedding in Tenerife about 4 years ago, and Daryl was on a lad's holiday. And it was my first time I was allowed to go out to the nightclubs and stuff. And then I met him then.
It was a love at first sight, yeah. She was, I don't know, she always just sort of caught my eye, and then there was always something about her, even when we weren't talking for a while, was we?
Yeah.
I just sort of always thought about you.
Oh, fuck. I had a miserable pregnancy. The whole thing was horrendous. Oh my God, my back.
Do you want to stand up? You might feel a bit better.
My mum always said, any pain relief they give, take it. And I was like, yes, I will take anything you give me. Anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's so sore now.
I know.
Holy God.
Very squeamish, yes. Blood, needles and cuts and just little things
Sick.
sick. Yeah, I was very, very squeamish.
Yeah.
Maybe like fist. Fist.
I was very worried that my legs were going to give way. I just had an image, and where we were talking about it beforehand, weren't we? It sort of, everyone was building it up, and I'm thinking, I'm going to pass out.
You don't like?
No.
Don't look then.
Yeah, I've always wanted kids. Even when I was a little girl, I would have always played with dolls and stuff. It was kind of a thing to be a mum, but I didn't obviously expect it to happen this early.
It will need a vest or a newborn vest.
A newborn vest?
Yeah, so take them out, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect because my sister's got a little girl, but that's probably the only little baby I'd been around. Is this one? And I hadn't changed nappies or anything like that. I'd just done the cuddles, and then you pass them back then, don't you?
Daryl, I can't look, babe. Oh, I keep dropping the gas. You need to learn, Dara, what the stuff is.
And so I don't get to hold the baby until...
It depends. I don't know, baby. I might be allowed to just, give the baby to you. They'll tell you.
No, I don't want it with all the blood and that on it.
Oh, okay. No, your dad doesn't want to hold you when you have blood and all on you.
No, I'll look at him when he's on your chest.
Look at her.
Him.
Her. It's gonna be a girl.
My family and all were like, no, you can't find out. It's the best thing not to know if it's a boy or a girl. And we were like, right, okay, we won't find out. But then it was my 20-week checkup, so I knew it would be kind of like a detailed scan. She's like, right, do you want to find out? And we were like, yeah, go on, tell us. Yeah, no, the baby won't move its legs. Its legs are locked against, so I actually can't tell you what you're having. So we kind of knew that was a sign that we weren't meant to know.
Today is my husband's birthday. I bought him a birthday card at least a week ago, and actually it was an expensive one. You know where you pick up a
nice one, yeah.
You get to the flip and check and you realise, my card is going to bring the bill after 2 days.
I know, it'd be right.
Thank you, yeah.
Today's my birthday.
Is it? Oh, happy
You want
birthday.
to share birthday with the man of
On their way to theatre are Ciara and PJ, who are expecting their second child. Their baby is in a breech position and they have opted for a caesarean delivery. When the couple first met online, they seemed to make a good match.
Like, it was nearly like a social network more than just a dating website. So you could make up like quizzes and questionnaires, and there was a quiz, how punk are you? And I got 69 out of it. I thought that was really funny. On a dating site, the innuendo. So there was a little option of email the creator and sent a really embarrassing, corny email. And that was the start of things 13 years ago.
Yeah. I was only actually looking for like a short-term relationship at the time. I was kind of like, right, I'm gonna see what this whole thing is like, and I'm like, yeah, you know, have a girlfriend for a couple of months and then another girlfriend and see what happens. And yeah, it's first
3 years married
first
now.
attempt, yeah.
Ciara and PJ had problems conceiving with their first child, so they decided to start costly fertility treatment.
We had said that we would spend a certain amount of money on a honeymoon and we would go to Las Vegas. And I asked him, what would you think if we axed Vegas and we just did this as soon as possible? And he just said yes straight away. That was it.
Fortunately, Ciara got pregnant with their first child, Fia.
We couldn't believe it was only twice. You know, in fact, we know other couples who've gone through much, much longer journeys.
After the birth of Fia, Ciara developed postnatal depression. She then became pregnant, this time naturally, when Fia was only 9 months old.
It was a real mixed bag of, oh my God, this is amazing, we conceived naturally, to, oh my God, how are we going to do this? It's so soon after Fia to be going through all of that again, but sure, look, it'll all come flooding back to us. We were still slap bang in the middle of postnatal depression, and here we were pregnant again.
Yeah.
This is an antacid drink, so you have to drink the whole bottle. Okay, kind of taste it, kind of liquoricy.
Well, postnatal depression is a depressive illness that affects about 10 to 15% of women after having a baby. It usually starts within a few weeks, maybe within the first 6 weeks following delivery. Although in about a third of cases, it actually starts earlier in the pregnancy. So it can actually start before the baby is born.
The anxiety was just kind of taking on flight of its own. Like, thoughts that were coming into my head were starting at, oh, what if the person driving her hasn't strapped her into the car seat properly, which would spiral into, oh, well, they're definitely going to crash. I can nearly see them crashing in my head. And I wouldn't be able to verbalise any of this to PJ. I'd just be getting more and more wound up and upset, and all I could do was cry or snap at you.
The characteristic symptom is a depressed mood. It's a woman feels down, feels low, feels very unhappy. She may be tearful. She may say she cries for no reason at all. So postnatal depression frequently will put a great strain on a relationship, and that can actually lead to relationship breakdown.
There was days I could get up and kind of wondering what was going to happen, how were things going to pan out, because the anxieties and issues, you just didn't know what could trigger them.
I had come to the conclusion that I shouldn't be in Fia's life for her own sake, and that was the scariest point, was to have those thoughts and those feelings and to be so sure. You know, it's really hard to explain how sure I was that actually this is the direction that things needed to go.
Ciara started regular counselling sessions to deal with her depression.
I had about 20 sessions with a psychologist, and I think even from the first and second session, things just all started to make more sense. I'm the kind of person that if I can understand why things are happening or where these thoughts are kind of starting from and rationalise them, that things will make sense for me and things will start to click. I think if you can understand your thoughts, you can change your behaviour, and things just started to really, really slowly but surely improve for us.
She's been through a lot the last 2 years roughly, and just you saw, she's still here. She's incredibly, you know, keeping her head up, going in for this. So she's incredibly strong, whether she knows it or not. You know, she is.
Midwife Veronica is checking how far dilated Sophie is. As with most first-time mums, she expects progress to be slow.
Before I went up to the labour ward, I was 3 centimetres, and then I came back in and she checked me a few hours later. She's like, "You're still 3." I was like, "Oh no, it's going to be one of these where it stays the same, goes up 1." And then she came back 2 hours later and she's like, "Do you want to guess what you are?"
Tell me a number.
6.
5.
Well, I'm going to say 9.
9.
You're joking.
No.
Yes.
No.
9.
We are expecting 1 centimeter per hour. In Sophie's case, when I examined her first, she was 3 centimeters dilated, and after 2 hours, she was 9. That's a huge progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a bit in shock, didn't you?
Yeah. I thought you were laughing. I was just there
Yeah, I put my face like.
Yeah, I was just there like 9. She was like, "She's lying." I was like, "I'm 5.
Looking disappointed, but no, I was joking. Yeah.
We want a poppy for a girl, and I think she's
Saying puppy.
puppy, and she was like, "Puppy."
How would you call a baby dog? Puppy?
Oh, puppy.
Puppy.
Puppy. And this is?
So puppy is a dog, and then poppy.
Puppy.
Poppy.
Oh, nowadays everybody put like weird names to their babies.
Poppy is the baby's name, and puppy is the little dog.
And how do you spell the baby's name?
Poppy, and puppy is Puppy.
And for me, it sounds the same. I don't really get the difference. This here. So, Daddy.
So Daddy.
Sorry.
I have a work for you.
Right.
Wherever the blips comes, there's an alarm. I will let you know when it's alarming. Yes, I need you to press this button.
Right.
Because I will be in the other side.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
A friend of mine, he had his girlfriend had his daughter, was it about 4 weeks before? But it wasn't the best birth. They had to sort of get the emergency team in, and so I had that in my head.
You can sit down. You know, once you hear a beep, though, go.
Yeah, you are going to stay with us. Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell Sophie because I wasn't going to scare her. And she said, "Oh, did Tom's little girl come out fine?" I'm saying, yeah, it was fine. And I'm thinking, oh God, I don't know what's going.
Why are you panicking?
I don't know.
You don't have to push.
I was giving it sort of the macho, yes, be fine. And then when it gets to like, you're thinking, oh,
He's
Jesus,
like, "Oh, no,
I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you laughing?
You're just funny. Typical man, like. You wouldn't be able to do this. That's why we do it.
I'm metabolic. I'm 48 in June, and I came up as 48.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My visceral fat, is it your visceral thing?
Yeah.
That was normal.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that was.
Why did it tell you that you were in your obese? It didn't tell her she was obese. She's lying.
No, I'm not. I swear to God. On the graph with your height and your weight, I'm heading out of the end of the normal zone into the.
Yeah, but the normal, like, everyone is top end of normal.
Well, she told me I need to get back in the middle to have a bit of leeway. She told me to come back to her in 3 months. I'm sitting, and I was only in for my little 5K, and I thought it'd be lighter because I felt I was having a thin morning. Anyway, I wasn't having a thin morning.
Ciara and PJ have had a new baby boy, who they have called Cuan.
We heard his little cry, and I remember him being brought over to me, to my side of the curtain, and just touching his little face. And I just thought, oh, that's just all been worth it now. So then there was the whole palaver stitching me back up, and actually they had said to PJ, "Oh, Dad, do you want to come over and meet your son?" And PJ wouldn't go. Sorry, I'm actually getting kind of choked up remembering that part. PJ wouldn't go. He said, "No, I want to stay with my wife until she's okay."
This is what all the fuss is about. She needed me more there. This was not a good labour, and everything that we've gone through, like I just couldn't walk away.
It's definitely had an impact. You can't deny that it's had an impact on our marriage. Certainly, we've both come to the conclusion that we would like to go for just some couples counselling, not because we're on the edges of splitting up, far from it, but just it was a lot to go through together and two different experiences of the whole thing. I have a wraparound service between the Rotunda's mental health team and my own mental health team, just to check in and make sure that there's no relapse, no new issues, just keeping myself well, basically.
Just can't get complacent about things. As much and all as she supports and everything's in place and we have people, just still there will be that part of me that's a little bit over vigilant, just watching and just making sure everything is kind of ticking along. Thanks, guys. Ready?
When I first started as an orderly, we had tables in the wards. It was a great thing because the girls used to go to their spot. There'd be only so many boiled eggs on the table. They used to dive for their boiled egg and their cereal and their bit of toast and their tea. But that's when they all had the chats. And then as soon as the babies start crying, they gradually go back to each bed. It was good fun in those days with the tables.
It's 6:55 a.m. and after 7 hours in the delivery suite, it's time for Sophie to start pushing.
Let me pull it, but you just hold the weight.
Right, yeah. I won't be able to look down there.
Don't look down there.
I'm looking over there. My legs will go.
Your legs will go?
No, they won't really, but I just won't be able.
Just don't look.
No, I'm looking at that.
Before I even started pushing, like she was telling me that now you could be like 45 minutes. You know, it's the average of women, especially their first baby, to be pushing for ages. And I was just like, I actually do not have the energy to push that hard for so long.
It's a huge push, that's the one. Come on, honey, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more. That's it, and again.
3 nose.
Elbows out.
Go.
Sophie, elbows out, honey. That's
Come on,
it.
Soph.
That's it, keep going, a little bit more. You are moving, baby, now. Come on, honey, keep going. Okay, breathe, and
3
again.
nose.
I knew when she was like push, like I was giving it my all, like 100%.
Okay, focus on the pushes, okay, honey?
Go for it, Soph.
Okay, so take a deep breath into the nose and huge push down.
Come on,
That's
Soph.
the one. Come on, honey, keep going.
Come on, Soph.
A little bit more.
Keep pushing.
More. That's it. Huge push down. Okay. And now relax.
Oh yeah, I press the button. What was it, when it was beeping?
Yeah, when it started beeping, you had to press
Yeah.
it to stop.
Do you mind?
She said, you gonna press that then? Oh yeah. Yeah, it was only one job and I didn't even do that wrong at one point, did I?
Amazing push. I promise. You know, the head is almost to be crowning. Crowning means that the baby is never going to come back.
Okay.
And after this push, the baby is much better. Okay?
Okay.
In the Rotunda's pillar room, performing for a fundraising event for the hospital, is expectant first-time mum and professional opera singer Joanna and her husband Emmanuel.
Actually, we met in church in Romania, and we were in a choir, in a youth choir, so everything resumes to music, you know.
Joanna is like a dream come true for me, to be honest. Since I met her the first time, we were like kids, and I knew that that girl is special, has something special in her, I don't know what. I'm in love with her voice, but like Joanna is very friendly, and she's a very good person.
he's very sociable and very friendly, and I really like that. And he smiles and makes jokes, and he also sings nice.
Joanna had been complaining of feeling ill, but Emmanuel had a hunch that something was up.
No, it was like a strange feeling for me, let's do a pregnancy test, let's try it. I don't know, maybe it's not, maybe it's 1% chances, to have it.
It was a nice surprise, actually, which I didn't kind of expect. I thought I had like a bug or something, a stomach bug, because I was vomiting and I didn't know I was pregnant.
Baby will be doing a lot of headbutting, and that's great because that's going to get the colostrum down. It's going to stimulate the hormones. But the baby...
At a Rotunda breastfeeding class, Joanna is studying up on the brand new world of breastfeeding your baby.
If you're sectioned, midwife is going to give you the baby this way so they can keep working on you here while you're doing your skin to skin. So it's no different. Joanna was concerned because she was having a section that maybe the baby wouldn't latch within the first hour of birth. So I did explain she could hand express if the baby doesn't latch immediately after birth. This is what I love about this group, because we'd have a mixture from mums to be from other countries, and we actually learn from each other. Our breastfeeding rates are quite high in the Rotunda. They're increasing every year. Just like in Ireland, our breastfeeding rates are increasing. Your right hand and placed on baby's shoulders, excellent, and take your other hand away. So bring your right hand right up to the shoulders, thumb under one ear. It's easier for me if a smaller baby, fingers under the other.
No headache, nausea and vomiting.
Joanna wanted to have a natural delivery, but since childhood she has suffered from a condition which makes a caesarean section the safer delivery option.
So do you know what you're having, a boy or girl?
A boy.
Oh, lovely.
Philip, we think.
Oh,
to
that's
name
lovely.
him.
So you're on the countdown now, which is fantastic. The risk for Joanna, if she was to go into labour, would be that the baby's head would come down onto her pelvic floor and put pressure on her bottom. And particularly during the stage of labour where she would begin pushing, we tell women frequently, push into your bottom. The danger would be that Joanna would push out the rectal mucosa. I was looking through your notes, and I know you'd met Dr. Rishi, and we'd had that kind of clear conversation around how we felt that it would be much better for you to keep the pressure off the back, particularly your bowel with the pushing. So the hope is at 39 weeks that we're going to give you a date to work towards, because otherwise it's a very long 9 months. And we'll bring you in fasting at around 39 weeks for caesarean.
Okay.
Have we given you a date yet?
Yeah, 8th of May.
Oh, fantastic. Hello, there he is. Oh. And you can see there's his hand up in front of his face.
Back in room 8, Sophie is still pushing and getting very close to delivery. Daryl is keeping safe at the head of the bed.
A little bit more. Come on, honey, you are very close to finish. Okay. Blow.
Honestly, couldn't look down
Oh,
there.
you're not looking?
No, I was looking towards the
Oh,
wall.
I actually thought you were looking.
No, I couldn't look once.
Oh my goodness, you're absolutely amazing, honey.
When her head come out, that was when I saw, like, oh my God. Like, not horribly, but it was sort of just like, that's coming out of there, like, jeez.
Absolutely amazing, honey.
Oh, Jesus.
Head is out. Okay. Once the head is delivered, then we wait for the restitution, which is like an internal rotation of the shoulders and external rotation of the head. So the baby needs to do that, and that's very important to know, to make sure it's happening, to prevent a possible shoulder dystocia. Okay, I'm feeling one, so just give me a huge push down, okay? That's it. The way Sophie was pushing was absolutely amazing for being the first baby. And because she pushed the way she did, the baby came out very fast. That's it, a little bit more. Okay. Open your eyes. Oh, 7:15. Oh. What do we have?
I don't know. Look.
Puppy. Oh,
Oh, I definitely started crying
Yeah, when she
out.
came out, and I was just like, oh my God.
It's just like a real overwhelming
feeling. You're just
yeah.
like, oh my God, like she's yours.
It was just a life-changing moment, wasn't
Yeah.
Congratulations, honey. Absolutely amazing.
I think the bond between both of us just automatically sort of went stronger.
Just clicks,
yeah, just sort of.
You just realise that like these are your family, and it's just like she's your little girl.
Yeah,
do you know?
and you got
you just have to give her the world. Like as soon as you see them, you're just like, right, I'm going to do everything for you, and give you the best of everything. And that's definitely the way I felt, anyway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
I'm so proud of you, Soph.
So, Papi. Papi. I was like, oh my gosh. Happy birthday, Papi.
They'd be looking for me in the emergency room on a Friday to see what have I baked today, and so I can get things done in the hospital by telling them I'll bake you a cake. If something needs to be done in maintenance or in any department of the hospital, I'll tell them, oh, I'll make you a cake if you do that for me.
In the emergency department, being monitored are Slovakian Daniela and her Malawian husband Fred, who are expecting their first child together. Daniela had some set boundaries before she met Fred.
Here we are, getting close.
I met Daniela at work.
He was my colleague, and I don't mix the business with love. We was the same level because I'm kind of nursing way and caring.
She felt like she knew more than I knew,
Anybody
so she
else,
can tell
yeah.
me how work is done.
And we have to keep them like the same way, like at home. Like when you take the clean plate, you put the clean plate back. So
leave him alone. He has a GPS on. Don't worry, he knows navigation.
He's sleeping.
We had a date and we started going out. I think it's after 2 or 3 years, no, 3, 4 years that then I proposed to her and then we get married.
Lovely, thanks Emil, bye.
When Daniela came in, the waters had broken and we noticed that there was meconium in the waters. So because she wasn't in established labour yet, the obstetrician came to see her and they made the decision that they would induce her.
The only reason we're inducing is because of the meconium. Otherwise we would wait 24 hours, but we can't wait when the baby's floating around in the meconium, yeah.
from my nursing knowledge, I know what's going through because even the first daughter had the same, but water didn't broke, so it was the other way around. I was a little bit like scared, like if the baby will be like right, like everything will be okay with him. That's all.
What kind of nurse were you? Or are you? General nurse, lovely. You were busy.
By the time I went in, she had just started on the oxytocin drip and she had a few cramps but wasn't really in labour.
Now, Daniela has never had an epidural, okay, so she's got a good pain threshold.
Yeah. Typically, Eastern European women are very stoic. Their epidural rates are much lower than Irish women's epidural rates. So if you're meeting an Eastern European woman who's had 2 big babies with no pain relief previously, you kind of know they're well able to have this baby.
Dad, Freddie, has gone downstairs to grab a few bits and pieces. He's going to get a bowl. We're going to get mobilising.
Sounds like a plan.
Try and shake this baby out.
Fred has been in the delivery room before, on his first marriage, with alarming results.
With my first child, I passed out. I was really looking forward to it, but the experience of seeing a child coming into the world caught me off guard.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Ellie. I'm going to look after you.
All right, thank you. This time around, I say, you know what? I'm gonna make it through.
Do you want to come up a little bit? Are you sliding down? Are you okay?
Jesus, that's a strong woman.
Yeah. Now, pull yourself back there. When you're trying to get a labour to move on and you're trying to get the baby to come down and move into the pelvis, the best positions are upright positions because gravity is going to help the baby come down. So walking or sitting on the ball just allows you to be upright, and the ball is really good because it means the woman doesn't have to support her own weight. You know, she's sitting down, but her pelvis is in a good position to allow the baby to come down.
See, we have the woody floor, so it's kind of...
Yeah.
Have
you been sitting on the ball? At home?
Did
It's
tonight,
comfortable,
yeah. This, last night. Not tonight, last night. And I have a dog, he doesn't like it.
The ball, no?
No.
She barking for the...
She's scared.
Yeah. When we brought up the ball first time at home, Ruby hates it. She was going and barking, fighting with the ball because she didn't expect it to be having it in the house. And I said, look, this is your new friend. When I was getting pregnant, I didn't know it. That dog come to me and start like sitting on my lap. Before, she never come and very clearly cuddle with me. But that day when I did the test, she was the first one who came and jumped on my lap and she stays without calling her. And me and Fred, we look at each other like, what's going on? Then bingo.
She knows.
Then later on, actually, I read somewhere the article, like dogs from your output, like he feels like your status is changed and you're pregnant.
He never before come and sit next to me. These days, he's sitting here, sleeping on my foot. Like...
Well, hopefully it likes the baby.
Yeah.
I was in the swimming pool one time. I did lane swimming for a while, and there was a fella in the lane beside me. We got up to the top, and next thing he goes,
and where?
And I just, at the swimming pool, and the coach, I just said, tell him to stop it. Please tell him to stop it.
That's disgusting.
A big gullier into the pool. Oh. And all I kept thinking when I was doing the swim was, disgusting. And I tried, like even walking along the road, if I hear someone doing it, that is disgusting.
Daniela is feeling unwieldy with her big bump. She has had 2 big babies before from a previous relationship when she was in her early 20s.
The bump looks bigger when you're sitting up, actually.
Yeah. But this is the half size.
Really?
I'm
Before the water broke?
Yeah. It was bigger. I came to Ireland 2007, planning for 3 months. And here I am, 12 years, second time married with Fred. Blessed with a 3rd child. I have had 2 children from previous marriage.
So there's a lot of brothers and sisters now to look after it, this baby, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I think so, the oldest sister, actually I spoke with her yesterday, I told her like, if I go more than 10 days overdue, I'm gonna blame it you. And she was like, why? And I said, because you are firstborn.
Yeah.
And this morning, you're gonna show her that, hey, the baby is here after that conversation.
So I'm gonna pray for you, I will. So, okay.
No, we never actually discussed about having a baby. I felt like past, because she's 17 and Sophia is like 15, so such a thing never occurred.
Oh, what fell?
The baby.
Oh, well, we feel it, don't worry. That 4 kilos, I'm gonna definitely feel it.
Generally, women who have had babies before labour much more quickly and much more effectively than somebody having their first baby. But if there's a long gap, and especially if somebody's had their first babies young, you know, kind of 17, 18, and now they're in their late 30s, it can be more difficult for them to labour. But I think it's age as well, you know. When you're young, labour is much more effective. So if you roll round on your back then, Daniela, and we'll see what's happening.
Fix your pillow.
You have the very small knickers. Freddie, do me a favour, go in this cupboard, the top one. Open the doors right up and I'll show you. Now, see the thing that says Amni hook in the middle? This one, yeah, give me one of this one. I think there's still a little bubble of water in front of the baby's head, so I'm going to pop that one. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, finished. I think you have a little while to go. So it's up to you. You want to try the gas and see if you like it? And if it helps, we'll keep going with that. And if it doesn't, then we can give you either the pethidine injection or the epidural.
Okay.
What do you think? Can we try it and see? Because you are coping very well.
You look like Aggie there as a Kim. Which one? Who's the blonde one? She's Kim. She does, doesn't she? Kim she.
The face you made.
You make those faces.
It was the face.
She's like that. Yeah, that's what we mean.
How are you feeling?
Good, yeah, I'm so excited.
The moment has come for Joanna and Emmanuel to head to theatre for the delivery of their first child, and the excitement is palpable.
Finally.
So he will be the first boy in the family, and everyone is just delighted. Oh yay! There will be a boy finally.
I need to drink all of it, yeah?
Oh, look at this.
I think so.
Look at that. Hello, you. That's a nice one.
Oh, yeah, just welcome in the world.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Ah, you might feel a little bit of a stretch there. That's great. No, drop the drapes a little bit so Mum and Dad can see. Oh my God, crying before we're even out.
I can see him.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh, his face a little clean there.
Yes. Yeah, it's a boy. Look at that.
No, he's gorgeous.
So cute. Oh, well done. Yes.
Good set of lungs like his mum. Is he going to be a singer as well?
Well done.
Oh, you're gorgeous.
Oh, look at.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, he's fab.
Thank you. Oh, look at him. Oh, thank you very much. Look at that. Yeah, Philip. Hello, boy. Oh, well done. Well done. You're very good. Any pain? No?
No,
You feel anything?
shaking a little bit.
Yeah, it's quite normal. It's a bit hot as well, but it'll be fine. Yeah.
3.35 kilos.
Oh, lovely size. Very good.
Oh, look at him. Look at that. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, look at him.
Look at these little fingers.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yes. La Philippe. That's the most amazing thing in the world, to be honest. Philippe, Daddy. Yes. Bon appétit. Bon appétit. Congratulations.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you very much. I have a boy. Oh, wow, that's so nice, so cute. I know. Daddy's here. Yes. Daddy's here. Yes.
One day I was going up to the NICU and there was a guy at the door trying to get in. He stopped me, he said, can I come in? I said, is your child in there? And I was going to swipe him in. He said, no, we just want to have a look. I said, what do you mean you just want to have a look? He said, at them. At him. I said, the babies, all the small babies. I said, it's not a zoo. You can't just go in and have a look at the kids. Like, he goes, can you not?
This was the wrong time to bring these out, like before lunch.
I know. But what can you do?
And what can you do? Eat them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm spinning work. What a waste.
What a waste.
New mum Sophie's attendance at the Rotunda didn't end the day she left with her baby, Poppy. She now accesses their mental health services after a difficult struggle with postnatal depression.
Yeah, so like in the hospital when I couldn't get her to latch or she wasn't feeding or anything, like there was always a midwife or a healthcare assistant there to help me to come in no matter what time of the day or night it was.
When that's the case.
We didn't have to do anything, all we had to do was literally sit in the bed and feed the baby, like nothing. And then you're just kind of papers are signed and off you go, and it's just like, no, do it by yourself. Like, Poppy was probably 3.5 weeks and I was still crying, like, couldn't cope, like, didn't want to be around anyone, didn't want to be around her, like, and especially with being breastfed, she had to be around me, like, she was constantly attached to me, and everyone says it's a magical feeling and a bond when you breastfeed, and it wasn't like that for me at all.
Yeah.
And I don't mind, like, I don't be like, oh my God, like, I have to get up with her in the middle of the night, or oh my God, I have to have her tomorrow. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
So I stopped the breastfeeding, and it was just one day here, I just like to my mum, I've had enough, like, I just don't want to be here. Like, I start getting really, like, distressing thoughts of, like, suicide, a lot of stuff. So it was an horrendous time for me, and I knew that this wasn't normal, because if every woman felt like this after having a baby, you wouldn't have babies, like, you wouldn't have any more kids. Definitely have, like, much better days, and I'm starting to kind of, like, enjoy things, like...
I couldn't understand why she wasn't happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never understood, like, any sort of depression, let alone postnatal depression, and I'm sort of coming home and she's sort of not enjoying it as much as I am.
And that not enjoying things, you know, it's a real core symptom of depression, and so to see that lift is really, it's really encouraging.
Yeah.
Society's representation of pregnancy, motherhood, is completely at odds with the lived experience.
With my generation, like my age group, all I did was look at Facebook and Instagram, and it was these mums that had babies same times as me, and their figure was perfect, and they were...
A pregnancy can be very challenging for a woman. She may feel that she has to live up to certain expectations, that she cannot complain, that she cannot say, I don't feel great.
And she's perfect, and I'm not, so...
It's incredibly
unrealistic
expectations.
Yeah,
and,
it's amazing, I look this great, and I was just like that, like, why can't that be me?
I'm sure we spoke about mindfulness at some
Oh
stage.
yeah, I love mindfulness.
And you're doing bits and pieces of it?
It takes a while to get into it, and at the start you're like, oh my God, this is so stupid, but then when you actually relax and just do it, it will work.
Sophie spent 3 weeks in another hospital as an inpatient, receiving treatment for her depression.
At the moment, I've come out of hospital, but I'm still attending their day programme, which is amazing, just for, you know, the support and the kind of tips and skills to kind of deal when I'm feeling overwhelmed or any anxiety or stuff.
You have our contact number, so if there was a problem, you can contact us, and just we could see you sooner.
People need to be aware that this can happen, and it's okay to happen, because there is so much support when you actually, like, are involved in it. Like, you see a completely different side to the services and the support networks there, and even being out, the amount of women that I've talked to who have been, I had postnatal depression, but yeah, they were too ashamed to say it. And that's why a big thing to me, and I think even to my family and stuff, like, I want women to know it's okay not to be okay.
Look, it's been great.
Thank you.
So well.
That we have each other, do you know? And it's okay, and you'll get through it. Yeah.
I like having a day where I will blitz my house from top to bottom, and I love the smell of bleach in the bathroom and the kitchen.
Come here, I flip it. It's not good for the environment.
Well, it's good for getting rid of all the
I like
bugs.
that sunflower. Is that what you call it?
What?
Sunflower.
Zoflora.
Zoflora.
That's lovely. And I think it's really good for the floors.
And then all the floors are mopped. It's lovely.
Back in room 8, Daniela is close to meeting her new baby. She's been using the gas to deal with the intensity of the contractions.
Excellent, that's it. Well done.
When I asked her how long and I have to going through, and she said like 6 more minutes. Be honest with you, that 6 minutes was for me was like a hell. I'm not gonna make it.
Okay, give a little push then if it's there, Daniela. That's it. Well done. Perfect. And a little one again. Well done. Now just blow like this. Just blow, 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 blow. Just blow. Perfect. Well done. Now, that's the worst bit, okay? That's your baby's head. If they're labouring with no analgesia, you get a feel for them, you know, they go into their self and there wouldn't really be vocal communication anymore, you know, it would be more reading her body language. So the baby's coming actually, give a little push down.
2. Oh, look at that. Well done. Well done, Daniela.
I can't prescribe, but there was as well like love for the first view. Like when you touch it and you see it, like he's fine and he's here.
Mommy was hours. Well done. You were very good.
He was perfect support, and midwife, she was absolutely as well perfect.
Yeah, let me see this one. He's gorgeous. Well done. I know.
Like very excited when I saw him, and from the first time my eyes caught him, I felt like it was a healthy baby. So I thank God for that.
Oh my God, we can hear you. Yeah. Well done.
Oh my God, you were fantastic.
You were fantastic.
No, you are the fantastic.
Welcome to the world, son.
No, it never gets old. Like, I think that's the best bit about it. You know, you're kind of privileged to be there in that moment and be part of it. And it's lovely. It's a lovely moment. You are a big boy. Was he 4.5 kilos? About 10 pounds? I think it's about 10 pounds. Yeah, he's a big boy. 4.54. 4.54.
Jesus
Very big.
That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
And the fit fishing is not gonna fit him.
The clothes?
Yeah. I was ready. Even I didn't buy the clothes from 0 to 3. I always buy it from 3 to 6.
You feel okay?
I feel very happy.
Good.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe. It has seen the birth of almost 1 million Dubliners, and some 24 new babies are added to that number every day.
Well done.
Congratulations.
It's a place of extreme highs and devastating lows.
Please cry.
Agony and ecstasy, all happening second to second.
Lovely little fella.
We're there for the most intimate of moments as people experience events which will change their lives forever.
Yeah, the baby's almost out, come on.
Events to be remembered and retold for generations to come.
Well done. You're okay. Your baby's nearly here. Oh, here we go.
Doing pelvic floor exercises, it's important to do it correctly. So when you do your pelvic floor exercise, it's an inside muscle. So you only squeeze the muscles inside. So nobody should know you're doing your pelvic floor exercises. You shouldn't be holding your breath. You shouldn't be going up and down on your buttocks. So you squeeze the muscle from around the back passage and bring that feeling forwards and upwards. Keep breathing and no one should know you're doing them.
Weights and... Does everyone know it's a boy? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. So guessing the weights now.
Checking into the Rotunda are 21-year-olds Jessica and Sean, who are expecting their first child. The intensity of the contractions has come as a surprise.
I would have liked to have thought like that I had like quite a high pain threshold, but it didn't turn out that way. Do you know what I mean? Like especially in a class, like they give you all the breathing exercises, but that just goes right out the window. Like it's the last thing in your mind. You come up.
Fantastic. You're okay. You're okay. All right. You're all right now.
For pain relief, Jessica has chosen to have an epidural.
The pain was immense. Yeah, definitely so.
It's okay. It's okay. Big suck in and blow out.
My hand will never be the same.
That's what I said to him. I said, I'm surprised you didn't go running from me, like, do you know what I mean?
Oh well, that's it. Stay focused. Squeeze Sean's hand if you need to.
I can't do it.
You can, Jessica. You can. You did it okay. You're okay. You're okay. Use your gas. Come on now, use your gas. That's it. In and out. Come on now.
It's very important as a midwife to support them and encourage them to stay still and breathe, like deep breathing techniques, whether it's natural breathing or using the gas and air.
Well done. Contraction? No? Pain in your back? Middle, left or right? Left? Pain in the left. You're okay.
Is it sharp pain or?
Pressure on the left. Okay, really, really important to breathe on the gas. That wasn't easy, but you did so well. Well done.
It wasn't easy.
I've 30 euros in my account. That's what I have to my name. I'm 46 and I own 30 euro. I had to bring the animals to the vet yesterday evening and I was going to bring my own
There's
card.
your money. There's your money then.
That cost 80 quid. And that was just for the cat. The cat's mouth's gone green. Something's going on.
Have you pet insurance, Ruth?
I don't have health insurance for me. I'm hardly going to have health insurance for you.
No, it'll be unusual for you.
But in fairness,
like having the beacon.
We work in Tesco's, that's how we met. It's really weird though, like it started out as like proper mates and then he thought it'd be funny to buy me a bunch of flowers on Valentine's Day. Aww.
Jess had no Valentine. And I just thought it'd be nice to, or a bit funny to buy her some flowers and a box of chocolates and give them to her in front of the whole canteen, all the people. And ever since then, kind of just clicked.
How long ago was that? Last year.
Oh, lovely.
Because that's what's funny about it is that we were dating for a while and then like when you make it official, my pregnancy dates back to that time.
No way.
Yeah.
When we found out Jess was pregnant, it was a big shock, you know. You don't really know how to react. And then everything starts rushing through your mind, like, you know, well, where do we go from here? Who do we tell? Who do we not tell?
So the Valentine's this year will be completely different. There'll be flowers and a baby.
Oh yeah.
But you have to get flowers. So make that a ritual now every year. Flowers and roses as a little joke.
Yeah, we are snack box. Yeah, your snack box.
All I'm thinking of is cold toes, cold toes. What's wrong with me?
There, your snack box.
Which day do you look like this?
I've seen all this.
If I woke up with no arms and legs, would you still love me?
Brazilian couple Alina and Tiago are expecting their second child together. It's been a rocky road to this point in their relationship.
Depois, por volta dos 22 anos, né, a gente se encontrou numa festa e ficou nesse dia. Aí, assim, começou a ficar e já ficou mais sério. Foi onde a gente começou a namorar. Que aí desse namoro veio o Gabriel, nosso primeiro filho. Ele comprou a passagem para vir para Irlanda. Aí ele veio sozinho, depois eu ia vir. Só que durante um ano que ele estava aqui, aí não deu certo o relacionamento assim, né, com a distância. E a gente voltou de novo, o Gabriel já estava com 9. Nesses 4 anos a gente assim tinha relacionamento mesmo só de...
Amigo?
Amigos, assim, a gente não se envolveu, não. E nesse tempo ele não teve uma fase muito boa no Brasil.
Me envolvi com droga, fui bem no fundo do poço mesmo, então eu cheguei até a me internar numa clínica de recuperação. E nesse período que eu me internei nessa clínica de recuperação foi onde a minha mãe e a minha irmã e a Aline, que me ajudaram bastante.
Alina has an appointment at the Rotunda's maternal medicine clinic.
So I'm just checking, Alina, that...
She's had a very precarious and difficult pregnancy so far. At 24 weeks, she was rushed into hospital.
Teve dia, eu acordei engasgada, fui no banheiro, tossi e saiu sangue. O Thiago me trouxe para o hospital, os exames, medicamento, tudo era de risco para o bebê. Foi colocando muito sangue para fora, aquele sangue vivo. Tá encaixado já?
It's not down, but it's in the right position. She had a background of abnormal development in her lungs, something called bronchiectasis. When she became pregnant, there's increased blood flow to the lungs. So this was an event that happened suddenly and could have absolutely put her life at risk.
O tempo todo eu só rezava, pedia a Deus. Não sei, eu tinha medo de perder minha esposa, eu tinha medo de perder minha filha. Eu não sabia o que fazer. Como chefe de família, eu me senti frágil, eu me senti meio que inútil.
Blood pressure is excellent. It's normal, yeah.
Alina needed emergency surgery at a general hospital to correct the problem. Unfortunately, she suffered a stroke during the procedure and went temporarily blind.
Because that's important to keep an eye on your blood pressure, particularly because of what happened with your vision.
As pessoas, quando vê ela, perguntam, nossa, mas você só teve um AVC. Ainda a gente fala, não, ainda continua, mas assim, ainda não acabou. Mas com fé em Deus vai dar tudo certo. Já tá dando certo e vai dar certo até o final. Né, irmão?
I'm not a ghostbuster, what I'm expected to do. Oh, Sarah, have you heard about Sarah? You heard of Sarah, have you? The doors open and closed and the baby's hat's been moved. And have you ever seen the old windows, the old draw windows, you know, they weigh half a ton. One of those shot up in the middle of the night when there was 2 midwives there having a cup of tea. And they bricked themselves, they were terrified.
No gas when there's no pain. Back in a moment.
Jessica has had the epidural for 3 hours, but it hasn't been fully effective.
Hey, you might examine her. Like, she's very, it's pressure. Like, no, she's very distressed with pressure. Like, she was 6 centimetres an hour ago, only an hour and 5 minutes ago. She's contracting.
Where was the head when she was 6?
-1.
Sure, get her.
What's it?
Get her to the wife. Oh.
She's asking for you.
You're okay, honey, you're okay. You're okay. Jessica, use the gas, okay? You have to stay in control of the situation, okay? Really slow breaths in and out.
It was heartbreaking at moments, but you have to be calm and kind of persevere so she can be calm, because the last thing you want is for her to get stressed out, you know?
Well done, I'm sorry. Fantastic, okay, well done. Nice slow breaths in and out. So your baby's lying with his back to your back, okay? If you can imagine right now, he's lying like this. He's looking up to the sky, okay? The wider part of his head is trying to descend into the pelvis. But unfortunately, in this position, it's just going to be really tough to get on top of the pain relief, okay? Keep using your gas. She was just so tired at this stage. She was exhausted. She was in so much pain. She was emotional. And, you know, she kept saying she wanted the baby to come out there and then. This Pat, is it? Sorry for disturbing you. Can you come and review a lady in room 9? She has an epidural site, but it's not working. The anaesthetist is senior.
I never thought it wouldn't work the first time. Like, you know, you don't think things don't work when you're in the hospital, but it just didn't
Stuff
work.
happens.
Yeah,
and
it didn't work, and that was kind of scary.
Well done. That's fantastic.
In less than 5% of cases, the epidural isn't fully effective.
It does happen. Epidurals don't always work, you know, and it can be very traumatic and stressful for the lady because the idea of an epidural is pain relief and pain-free. And when it doesn't go to plan, then, you know, that can be very distressing.
Well done, you're okay.
Hey, sorry.
You're doing great, Ruth. You're doing great.
She got a second epidural. It's called a combined spinal epidural. So it's a little bit different. It's a spinal epidural with an epidural, so it works quicker.
Is that okay? I'll go for some break. I'll get some lunch, okay? The pressure is normal, honey, okay? I've taken the gas away.
Pain is gone completely, though. It's just pressure, I promise.
Super. And if the pain comes back, you know where the button is on the epidural. Okay, you're the best. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
You okay? Yeah. I'm sorry. No, but it's not easy.
You're doing great.
I'm not about you. You won't want to come near me. Like she's a flippin' lunatic.
I knew that before sometime.
Shut up.
Doing what? Told you.
That's it. That's a good
It's time for Alina and Tiago to have their baby. Alina's medical history will impact on the form of delivery.
As Alina has had coughed up blood from a bleeding blood vessel in her lung, anything that might increase the pressure to that area would be worrying. And so therefore a long labour perhaps would put more strain on that area.
Tem vezes que ela dói assim, só de lado, assim. Não sei se é onde tem quadro.
Procurar não ficar nervosa, nem estressar. Né?
Quando eu tô estressada, dá aquela pressão na cabeça. Faz tum.
Aqui,
É tipo um coração batendo na cabeça.
The best advice is that she avoid having a prolonged labour, avoid pushing, and therefore we've recommended that the baby be born by caesarean section.
Maria passa na frente, Nossa Senhora passa na frente. Dá tudo certo, São Miguel.
No parto do Gabriel, hoje o Gabriel está com 12 anos, ele não pôde estar presente. Aí esse agora que ele vai poder estar presente. E assim, é um momento muito importante para a vida do casal. Vou se sentir mais segura com ele do lado.
Okay, we have a little girl, okay? There you go, she's gorgeous, all right? Well done, okay?
Nasceu pretinho. Nasceu pretinho. Dedão.
Olha, nem vi direito, não.
Isso é muito forte. Valeu, velho. Agora passou, né? Que alívio.
You okay to put it there, okay?
Nossa, que tamanhozinho.
There you go, gorgeous.
Papai, narizinho de papai.
Reconhece,
Sophia, que dentinho bonito, papai. Cara de papai.
Cortando as trompas. Mas só que por causa dos problemas, das complicações que eu tive, aí todas as minhas gravidez e parto vai ser de risco. Aí a gente optou, vai ficar só com
2 meses. Uma guerreira, já veio lutando junto com a gente E é isso aí, a gente tem uma gratidão imensa a Deus. E começar tudo de novo, depois de 12 anos, não é fácil não, mas a gente estamos aí, firme e forte.
Excuse me? Hara 1 5 centimeters.
However, you can come like slow walk up to room.
So you have to work up to
Slow. Preferably like 16 minutes slow.
16 minutes.
Fantastic. So Jessica, I can't feel any cervix. Okay. That means that you're 10 centimeters. Well done. So at 20 past 6, we'll start pushing to make this baby, okay? It's funny. It's funny down. It's funny down.
Sean. 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 We're 10 centimeters.
Did you hear the good news, Sean?
I did not, no.
I told you, 10 centimeters.
I was asleep.
So we started pushing, I think it was either 6:30 or 7:30. No, it was 6:30.
No, 6:30 would have been. Big deep breath in, chin in your chest, and a really strong push down. Push all that pressure away. Push your baby down, that's it. Stronger than that. Stronger than that. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stronger.
I think it was only every 1 in 3 pushes. I think I was actually getting something out of it, like where the baby was actually getting pushed down and stuff.
Really strong. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Tried all different positions to push, like on the left side and the right side.
Fantastic. Well done. Catch your breath.
And it just got to that point where it was kind of going, okay, right, we're coming up on about a 45-minute mark. Nothing's really happening still. That's when I said to him, I said, like, I'm actually starting to get a bit worried now, like if there's something wrong.
I'm just going to check your temperature there. Just the baby's heart rate is getting a little bit high, and sometimes your temperature is 38, so it's quite high. Okay. So there's only so long we can leave you. If you're really hot, you can imagine that inside the baby's even hotter, and it's not a great environment for them to be in, and the heart rate is starting to get a little bit high. So I think that we give the doctors a shout and they might give you a hand.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Chin on your chest and bear down all the way into your bottom. Really.
With the baby showing signs of distress, a doctor has arrived to attempt an instrumental delivery.
Keep going, keep going.
The doctor downwards extracts the baby with the forceps. The mum has to still push the baby out, and the doctor guides the baby.
Okay. All right, that's it. Go for it. Big, big push, big, big push. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Well done, fantastic. That's it. Catch your breath. The contraction's gone.
I've heard about what the forceps are like and what they do, but
You don't expect.
geez, you don't expect it
It
because
was a new level.
Go on, use it, use it, use it, use it, use it. Keep going, Jessica, keep going, 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 keep going. Keep going, keep going, Jessica. Okay, I'm relaxed, I'm relaxed.
Again, it was the same thing. Every 1 in 3 pushes, we were only getting something, even with the help.
After a failed forceps delivery, Jessica is being prepped for theatre.
Lift up your bum. You're pushing so long and you're coming down, they're looking up, okay?
The only alternative was to deliver by C-section. And that was pretty stressful, and it was a category 1 section, so it's all hands on deck.
You understand, okay? Because his heart rate is going high. With slow breaths in and out, you're okay.
she gets whisked away, then that's when I think I lost my cool a little bit, and because I'm not really have any control anymore.
Now, will you get that changed?
Yep.
Thank you.
We use incubators in our neonatal intensive care units for several reasons. The incubator is obviously a very clear plastic box that allows us to see babies. So inside the incubator, in the first week or two, we'll often find that they're in 36-degree heat, just to keep themselves warm. Their skin is so immature, they need to be in a lot of humidity. So these babies will be in 85, 90% humidity. Their skin is so thin. You can see veins very clearly through the skin. It's just immature.
Downward dog. Is that what you're doing?
I'm doing a hiccup.
Oh. Is that because of air or something?
Parents of 4, Aileen and Rory, have been keeping vigil at the incubator of their premature daughter Emily since her delivery at 26 weeks gestation.
Little baby Emily was running into some problems before she was delivered. She was smaller than we would like and not growing terribly well. And although there are risks associated with being born prematurely, there are times when the balance of risks is in favour of bringing somebody out and bringing them to the NICU, delivering them early.
Good girl. Good girl.
No, she had 18 mils of
Air in her, I know.
What's the CPAP belly?
Yeah. Once they started, you know, the section and the baby was coming out, they did the delayed core clamping and you could just hear somebody shouting out 10, 20, 30, and they got to 50 seconds, and then there was this tiny, tiny little squeak of, you know, I just remember looking at you going, that's our baby. You know, the baby is alive. She's sucking her thumb. Yeah. Good girl. We had been told if we get baby out of the theatre and into the NICU, it'll be minute by minute. So our first hurdle was
firstly to get baby out.
Yeah.
To make sure baby's okay, and then get baby as far as the NICU, and they would take it from there, and they were going to call us when they had baby settled. So that was
her birth.
Emily was born more than 3 months before her due date and weighed just over 600 grams.
Some of my tears have been, you know, like at home, have been about, I should still be pregnant. I should be waddling around the place and saying, oh, you know, like, I'm tired. In a way, you do feel as if she was just taken away from me, and because you can't hold her, which is your just instinct as a mammy, is just to hold her and to try and, you know, make her feel better and soothe her and calm her, and I can't do what I should be doing. Oh, and now you start to wriggle again. You're wriggling. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Don't forget to breathe. Oh, that's all right.
Premature baby can have two kinds of problems with breathing. The first one is that quite simply they forget to. The basic stimulus that comes from your brain telling you to breathe in and out is a little stop-start in babies. The second big group of breathing problems that premature babies have is because their lungs are immature. Emily was very tiny, but she was also just a little over a half of the way through pregnancy. Her lungs were not like the lungs of an older child, and they don't work as effectively or as efficiently.
I just tend to watch the monitor and just see it constantly, and the main one at the moment is her respiration, so it's the number of times she's breathing. If she forgets to breathe, then it brings everything down, so the heart rate, and she's actually done that now. She has. Up you go. Good girl. But you have to breathe, don't you? Now, somebody going to come over? Come on. Come on, Missy. Come on, you were doing so well there for a bit. Oh.
With Emily's oxygen saturation levels dropping fast, neonatal nurse Marilyn stimulates her to restart her breathing.
She's been up and down all day. Yeah. Oh.
Another factor making it hard for Emily to breathe is excess air in her tummy due to the CPAP breathing assistance machine. Marilyn eases this by using a syringe to suck some of the air out.
Oh. Good girl. Oh, look, you're gone pink again. Oh, that's better. That is much better. You know, they say that this is a roller coaster, and you know it's a roller coaster, and you know that there's going to be bad days and good days and really, really bad days, but you still, when they actually come, it just hits you like a ton of bricks, and you just think the worst, and you think they're going to find other things. They're going to, is this potentially the end? How can somebody so tiny, come out of it? And then you just see her, and she's rallying there, and she's a fighter, and she's determined, and she's doing fine. She's doing fine. Like, we would do anything for her, but we can't breathe for her.
Jessica is being prepared for an emergency cesarean section after a failed forceps delivery. After 10 hours by her side, Sean is waiting to be called into theatre for delivery.
That's sore there when you cross your ankle.
I can feel the sharpness.
Do you feel it sore or it's on the sharp? Is that sore?
Yeah.
GA?
Yeah.
Don't be sorry, don't be sorry, honey, okay? But we need to make sure you're comfortable before we do the section, okay? Because you can't be in pain. So we are going to put you off to sleep, okay?
She's still feeling a little bit of sharpness, so we've decided that it's best to put her to sleep for the section. Alright, that means you won't be able to go in, okay? She's okay, everything's fine. It's just she wasn't really comfortable, so it's just better to put her to sleep. Alright. So when we've news, we'll be out to you.
Yeah.
Alright guys, knife to skin.
7:52.
Waiting outside the theatre, that was very scary. It was one of the scariest things I think I ever had to think, because you don't know what to be feeling. Like, I'm just sitting out there and just waiting for anything, I kind of just had to kind of sit down and say, right, well, they know what they're doing, of course, but it's very worrying.
Stubborn.
I remember just the first thing I heard then was him crying. And that was like the most relieving feeling of my life. Like, you hear nothing, and then you just hear this little baby crying, he's all right. And then you can see him just through the cracks of the door and off stuff, getting cleaned and everything. And it was great.
Sean, look who's here. Look at your son. Congratulations. Well done. There you go. There's your little man. He's perfect. Look at the lips. It's beautiful. Well done. Well done. Have a seat there behind you, just with him. Just well done. Have a seat. He's absolutely perfect. He's really big. Yeah, he's really big, but he's perfect. Look, if you stop crying there, because you're holding him. Well done. He's perfect. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, I'd be browned off as well. Took your time, didn't you? Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing, just that moment of fear, really, and then just for it to all be just washed away in a moment. It was great.
Okay. Come on, mister. What's your name?
Rory.
Rory.
Rory, yeah.
Oh, lovely. Come on, buddy.
Get a seat.
His birth, as traumatic as it was and how scary as it was, wouldn't change a second of it, because I don't think he would have came out the same. I mean, everything happens for a reason.
Oh my God.
Arriving into the delivery suite is Christina, originally from Lithuania, and her fiancé Raphael from Brazil. They are hoping to meet their first child today.
I'm looking at your notes here. Christina, I'm Anne, lovely to meet you. And Raphael.
I'm Raphael.
Raphael, lovely to meet you. So come on in.
Thank you.
She landed in 3 centimetres, looked very calm, asked her what she would like to do as regards pain relief, and she said she'd have just the gasp.
You're doing really well, and you're not even vocal. Like most people are quite upset at this stage.
Can't wait to meet him.
A little boy, is it?
Most ladies will be quite distressed even at 1 centimetre.
So she was very quiet. Raphael,
Yes.
your spelling of your weightless is it here? Raphael. That's
Yeah.
perfect. I think that was the spelling of one of the turtles, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just thinking that was sort of popular when I was.
You're probably one of
No,
the few ones that came up with the turtles, because usually people remind of Caravaggio, the painter, Italian painter.
Oh yeah, that was the Middle Ages, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not that old yet. So where did you meet?
New Year's. New
A New
Year's
Year.
Eve.
Oh, very good.
I went on New Year's for to Lithuania.
Lovely.
I met there.
And you met herself.
Her, yeah. As most people have been doing lately, using those apps to matchmakers, things like that, and I used one of them. Came across her profile, and then we started talking and said, okay, let's meet.
Oh, I better close the door. It's like being in O'Connell Street, isn't it?
Then I went over to her house, collect her with my friend. She just got into the car. She had never seen me before. I looked at her, you're crazy. Like, how come you come into a car with two guys you never met, going to a neighbor city? She looked at me, you are crazy. I'm in my country. I remember, you may not remember that, but she said, we speak Russian here. If I just shout here, you won't ever leave this country. And I got scared.
Because when I lie, it is stronger.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you can get back off the bed. It's good to keep mobile anyway, because it'll help to bring the baby's head down. Okay. Well,
we kind of liked each other straight away. Don't know if it would be too much to say love at first sight. At least from my perspective, I really liked her. I came back home. I was like thinking about her and all of that. I said, well, I would like to meet her again. And then things just start flowing.
And you've had no stretch marks, you lucky thing.
We always planned our holidays to meet somewhere in different countries. And we met quite a few times.
Yeah.
Just as well you didn't get any bigger. I think the nightwear is just at the stretching point, isn't it?
After just 5 months of a whirlwind long-distance romance, Christina discovered she was pregnant.
Then I was like, wow, it was a very short story, unplanned pregnancy, but brilliant. Like,
Would you like a stool to swivel on? You know, move a little bit with your hips like this in between? Feel that would help you a little bit? Because it just, you know the way you get a little bit of backache, it might just help you there a bit. Now, I need our stool. I am here for 31 years now. It's a long time. And I love it here. So did room 1 deliver?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, room
Ah,
yeah.
that's great.
Room 1 in an SVD.
Oh, I'm delighted. She had a previous section, hadn't she? Oh, I'm delighted. What did I come out here for now? The babies are still arriving out the same way as they always did. I came out for something. Oh, the stool. Yeah, there we go. And it's dangerous going outside that door, do you know that? You go outside the door and you're asked about 20 things.
God. Yeah, bad, no? Look at that, so dry.
That's fine.
Cracked and bleeding.
The only place I need to moisturise is my
feet.
Tattoo.
Fuck, show us it.
show
I only saw it in 2D. Oh my God, Annette, what were you thinking? Were you drunk?
Hilarious.
Yeah, because it's no bone.
What did he forget? She got
did he forget one of those?
Yeah, at 4 o'clock in the evening, she says to me, on Friday, "Will you come in and get a tattoo with me? I'm afraid to go by myself. Would you want me to get one?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "You said you were thinking about it." I said, "No, I only said I was thinking about it." I said, "But it has to be something that means something to me."
Yeah. That's a good one. That is deadly.
Where's the lovely ones down the middle of her back?
That's gas.
So funny.
So gas.
Are you ready for some cuddles?
Baby Emily is well enough to be held by her parents for the first time in more than a week. She has reached the milestone of 1 kilo in weight.
Hi, Lily. How are you? Hello. Hi. Hi. Yeah.
You know who's that?
Hi. Yeah. Up you go. Up you go. You're definitely heavier since the last time you were here. You're getting bigger.
Are you happy? Who's more comfy, Daddy or Mummy?
Oh, don't ask that question.
It's funny to say she's getting big, and she has got big, but she has, and she's kind of padding out a bit, you know, like, and...
She's 1.5 the size, 1.5 times bigger at this point, you know.
Your milk will come out more.
I can feel it getting, like, they're tingly. Yeah, no, I definitely do. I feel as if there's a tingliness kind of right there straight away the second she comes on me. It's extremely important for preemies to have colostrum and to have breast milk straight from the mother. So I have been expressing since the recovery room. Your big brother was 4 kilos when he was born, so you have a long way to go to catch up with him. The other hand is over just there. It has a cannula in it, so I think it's heavy for her to move. She's had a sleepy day. She hasn't really been wiggling.
When she was very small, she'd put on 50 grams over a day. And when she was going from like 650, 700, and I was kind of doing the maths on it, it's equivalent to me putting on 3 stone in 24 hours. So it's kind of like, because she had to change the breathing. It's like, yeah, you'd be very tired if you put on, you know, an extra 3 stone onto your body.
No, come on.
Oh, dear.
Up, up. Up you go, missus. Come on, up, up.
Good girl, you're going to do it, aren't you? You're going to do it. Oh, little lady.
I don't think that you're ever out of the woods in the NICU. Anything could happen at any stage.
Have you aired your chum? Oh, have you?
You think you're doing okay, and I think...
We're still day by day, and
we
it's
are.
8 weeks later, you know, so...
Oh, yeah. Now.
I have her.
You have her, and I'll...
Yeah, hey.
No.
Did you enjoy it?
Hi, little lady. Hi, little lady. You get them out. It's great to get her out. I can feel my chest is all red from where she was, so... Hold on to that for another little bit.
I remember the epidural only came in on my last baby. And you kept him for 2 weeks after your section.
No, only 5 days. People died of like clots in their lungs and everything because they were immobilised, stuck in beds. Like you stayed in for nearly 7 days after vaginal delivery in those days as well, you know. So now they're barely in 12 hours in a home.
If even some of them are gone after 6.
They've had to come in a few hours.
Still 3 centimetres dilated. Christina had been hoping for a quick labour.
Usually when you're at the 3 centimetres, Christina, it's normally about, you could say, up to 12 hours before you'd have the baby. But only nature will, God will know, okay? You might be one of those ones that will go quick enough. But usually we say 1 centimetre an hour is the way. So, I mean, you've 7 more to go, well, you had when you came up. It doesn't just drop out. Or like on the TV, you know, on the TV it says, oh, the waters are gone. And then they say, oh, yes, give us a push, and you hear a big scream and out flies the baby. It doesn't happen like that on the first. Maybe on your 2nd or 3rd, if you're lucky, not on the 1st, okay? You're doing great, Christina. Everyone's a little bit closer.
I don't feel like I'm doing great. From the first contraction, it was very, very painful. It just makes me dizzy. Doesn't help.
Don't take them.
I thought I can do naturally without any pain relief or anything. I don't know why I thought that. Can I have a epidural?
You can, of course. You feel you want to go with that, do you? Okay. Okay, that's
I was hoping I won't need it, but I can't stand.
Yeah, you're very calm, I have to say. Oh yes, I had an epidural on my first baby, and that was 30 years ago. And I was delighted with it. It was great. Try to keep the head down as much as you can, honey, and relax down the shoulders. That's it. Just nice and relaxed. Good girl. Well, I have 8 children myself. I've had some in my 20s, some in my 30s, and some in my 40s. Girl, you're doing fabulous. So I do know what it's like.
Oh, having contraction.
Got a contraction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just wait for a moment.
Yeah, go ahead with your gas there, yeah. Okay.
She made us feel like home, although we were in the hospital, but you couldn't even feel that that feeling. Yeah, it's like having mom next to you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm alive again.
So you be aware of me, just my finger, okay?
After 2 hours in the delivery room, Anne is about to break Christina's waters, something that doesn't faze Raphael.
You sure you want to watch this?
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. I've seen worse, believe me. I've been nursing for about 15 years, and you develop this kind of feeling that you become very cold. You see everyone as a potential patient, even if it's your family.
You're doing well. You're 7 centimetres. So well done, well done. And the water is clear.
That's good, 7
Actually,
centimeters.
you know, like you've gone quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's great that you've gone so quickly. So I hope we'll see this baby before I go.
Give me a kiss. You're doing well.
Yeah, very well.
My delivery some years ago, which I believe is still the record for the heaviest baby at the Rotunda, which was about 6.5 kilos, which is about 14.5 pounds. I remember getting a card from them afterwards, thanking me and saying from the parents and the little giant.
For the next step in Emily's recovery, the team tried to take her off the CPAP machine. Unfortunately, she only lasted a couple of days before having to go back on it.
These little kids, breathing is like running a marathon for them. And what we really want them to do is not to use all their calories up on breathing. We need them to get bigger and stronger, because that's building muscles and lungs and everything else they need to do it for themselves. So because of that, we want to balance not pushing too hard, but giving a little bit of a sprint every so often.
To be honest, I'm just a little disappointed for her to, you know, that she's back on the CPAP. I knew it last night. It's just coming in this morning. Then it's just kind of like it's. I know you have to try and error, like it's all trial and error. See how she gets on, and I just felt that, you know, for her, because she did seem to be a bit more comfortable around the face and all of that. And
initially, when you come off CPAP, you might kind of manage, but if you get a little tired, you just kind of lose a little ground all the time, and sometimes couple of days on CPAP just gets you back to where you started. And in the meantime, she's growing her muscles, she's doing those nice push-ups that'll help her breathing. You know, she's doing all the other stuff as well. We can't say she's going to do it the next time, but if that doesn't work, she'll go back on CPAP for another 2 or 3 days, and then we'll try it. And one of these times she'll just take off. You know, she really will. Yeah, I didn't pass my driving test the first time around. You know, got there. I'm a very good driver now. She'll do the same.
Hello, Labour Ward, Ruth.
After just 5 hours in the delivery room, it's time for Christina to start pushing, and for these first-time parents to meet their new baby.
That's the girl. Big, strong push. Keep it coming, that's it. Bit more if you can, a little bit more.
Because of epidural, and had to tell me when to push.
Well done. Well done. That was excellent. Yeah.
That's a hard job.
Brilliant. And again, fill up again. Big push down again.
Well, I tried as hard as I can.
Oh my goodness, keep going with that push. That's really good, Christina.
You have to keep pushing for a long period.
Well done, honey. Keep it going.
I try to keep pushing until the end says enough.
Now your baby's head is coming, okay? Well done. Oh. Well done, honey. Well done. That's it. Give us another push there.
Go,
Good girl. Another push. Come on, another push. He's crying before he's even out. I'll just take the cords around his neck, so I'll just take that away. There we go. Now, congratulations. Isn't he just lovely? 343. God bless you. Now. Oh, he's like his daddy.
I just looked at the baby and said, wow, I'm a daddy now. I have a family.
Hold on to mommy there.
There we are. Now. Congratulations to you both. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Oh, he's so lovely, isn't he?
It's a miracle every time, and I think if it ever comes a time when you don't feel it's a miracle or you lose the awe in birth, I think it's time to maybe move on at that stage.
Yeah, he looks like that.
He's so lovely.
Yeah, Mom and Dad is here, don't cry.
Coisa linda. Mandando beijo pra mim.
I first think I thought he's a little copy of Raphael.
Yeah.
You recognize Daddy's voice.
Mandando beijo pra mim. Yeah. I don't believe in coincidence. I think people just come across each other for a reason, for a purpose.
Put him against your skin there like that. That's perfect.
I believe we're not here for free. There's a reason for us to be here, for a reason to be together. And now we have something in common to keep ourselves walking together.
A gente vai cortar as unhas grandes?
Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe. It has seen the birth of almost 1 million Dubliners, and some 24 new babies are added to that number every day.
Well done.
Congratulations.
It's a place of extreme highs and devastating lows.
Please cry.
Agony and ecstasy, all happening second to second.
Lovely little fella.
We're there for the most intimate of moments as people experience events which will change their lives forever.
Yeah, the baby's almost out. Come on.
Events to be remembered and retold for generations to come.
Well done. You're okay. Your baby's nearly here. Oh, here we go.
I have never won the Star Midwife trophy.
This belongs to me and Susanna.
Yeah, it rotates, obviously.
Between the two of them only. No other member of
Midwife
staff.
of the Century and then Star Midwife.
No other member of staff have ever received the trophy. They just passed it amongst themselves. Inappropriately.
Jealousy is a desperate thing in outpatients.
Walking the Rotunda's corridors, trying to get labour started, are Dubliner Sarah and her husband, Kilkenny native Dara, who are expecting their first child.
We met December 2015 on swiping right, Tinder. Didn't know he was a culty when I swiped right. That was, he hadn't got that, so don't know whether. I'd never given a countryman a chance before.
I'd never given a double chance either, so we're both ways. Sarah's a very happy-go-lucky person. She's very, very positive. I think she rubs off on people in a nice way. I think she has nice energy.
He was the fella that my mum always wanted me to bring home.
Don't put that in.
He balances me out. I suppose I'd be very more live wire kind of out there, so we're a good yin-yang for that. No, he was definitely the man that my mum wanted me to bring home. After many frogs.
It's a relief to be in the delivery suite after a fitful night in the annex, waiting for labour to begin.
First-time parents didn't realise how long the process could be. So obviously you hear stories, some people are very quick, some people are obviously like us, not as quick. So we didn't have visions of maybe being in there that long.
Sarah and Dara have found out they are having a girl.
And is she going to be the first of many grandchildren, or?
She's fourth on my side, third on
Yeah, third on my side, yeah.
Third, oh God, that is so exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
Everyone's waiting on the phone, I think.
Absolutely, I'd say the phone's been ringing off the hook. And do they know that it's a girl?
Yeah. I can't keep secrets.
No. And did you have any plans for delivery or anything? Had you read anything you were like, oh, I'd love to do that?
No, just listen to the professionals.
Like cut the cord or anything? Would anyone like to cut the cord?
Cut the cord?
Yeah. Lovely.
Let's do that, right?
Our bare plan, I suppose, was just listen to the professionals, trust them, take their advice, go with what they were saying.
Take all the pain relief that's been offered.
Yeah.
She's never been asked before in her life, I'm afraid.
Really? Last night was my first night staying over. Was it? Well, that's good. Healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy. No need for a hospital.
Exactly.
Last time you were here, it was probably you as the baby, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was born here.
Were you born here?
I was.
Oh, fantastic.
And I was an attraction, apparently, because my mum was only about 4 foot.
Oh, really?
And I was 10'8", and I was a wee girly. People were coming from everywhere to see the big baby that came out of a small woman.
Out of small.
My mum is tiny, in height and frame and all, so I was like, oh God, if she had a 10-pound baby, I'm tall, and what way is it going to work? So that was a bit of a concern.
Can you generally tell how big a baby is by looking at someone?
Give a good guess, yeah.
What would you think that
I'd
baby's
say
going to weigh?
it's a good 8 pounds.
Yeah?
Yeah. 8.5.
It's like the snapper, what was that? Was it a turkey? Was it 9 pounds? Is that a baby or a turkey?
Is that a baby or a turkey?
I hate feet. Oh, I'm dying to get my toenails done. I feel like it's the only way I can treat myself in here. Just get your nails done.
I know.
I'm dying to get my lashes done as well.
Where did you get your lashes done?
On Dorset Street. Yours don't look particularly fake, though.
Do you think?
No. I'm 3 years getting them every month. I'm fully
Every
addicted.
month?
Every month.
What?
I've given her probably 10 grand.
This is the umbilical cord here as it goes into the placenta. So this is the baby's head up here.
In fetal assessment, Ellie, a patient from Dublin's Coombe Hospital, has been referred to Professor Malone. Ellie is 31 weeks pregnant, but her baby has been diagnosed with Reese's disease, a condition where antibodies in her blood are destroying her baby's blood cells.
And this is what we call the middle cerebral artery.
Ellie has 4 other children, the last of whom was also affected with Reese's disease.
I wanted to have another baby. I knew it would have to be a pregnancy that was monitored a bit more closely. But I probably didn't realise quite how, as the pregnancy went on, it was worrying, wasn't it, towards the end.
And the flow of blood in the middle cerebral artery suggests that the blood is flowing very fast, which is consistent with significant anemia.
Okay.
So I think these Rhesus antibodies are crossing the placenta, are attacking the baby's blood, destroying the baby's blood and making the baby anemic.
The antibodies can cross the placenta and attach themselves to the baby's red blood cells, and that causes those baby's red blood cells to burst, or hemolyze as we call it, and that can lead to profound fetal anemia in that baby, which can be fatal if not treated and not detected early.
Just looking to see if there's any evidence that there's heart failure.
Well, about 50 years ago, this condition was quite common because we didn't have any prevention for rhesus disease, but with the advent of anti-D, the prevalence of the disease has decreased significantly. And so we would see a woman with Ellie's level of problem maybe only once or twice a year.
Whilst Ellie has had anti-D treatment, this has been unsuccessful. So the next stage is a blood transfusion for her baby.
In Ellie's case, her ultrasound findings were already showing evidence of severe anemia, so we arranged for the fetal blood transfusion to be done within 24 hours of her first meeting us. We'll give the baby sufficient blood to take the baby out of the danger zone, and that should ensure that your baby will be safe for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
And it must be a fine balance, you know, when you're talking about the heart failure.
Yeah.
It's a fine balance for you to decide whether to do this or deliver.
I'm very confident looking at how the umbilical cord is set up and the anatomy here that technically we should be able to get a needle into the baby's umbilical cord.
Yeah.
And technically, I think we should be able to accomplish a transfusion fairly easily. Obviously at 30 to 31 weeks, the baby can survive outside the womb. So if we saw the baby getting into trouble, we absolutely would go for the to help the baby out.
No, that's brilliant. Thanks very much.
Okay, let me give you a hand up.
Thank you.
We'll go from there.
It's undescribable as a father to look down and, you know, see that this little bundle of joy has now entered your life, and it is the best feeling in the world. People tell you about all the downsides and the sleepless nights and all that, but, you know, it's worth it, absolutely worth it.
We only got married in March, like this was a bit of a surprise.
I was looking at your ring, it's gorgeous.
It was a surprise, like, wasn't really...
Baby was a surprise, or the wedding was?
The baby. Like, we had the wedding planned nearly 2 years.
We had planned, I think, to get married first, obviously, which we did, but I don't think we planned for it to happen so soon. But I, myself, I think you were probably the same, that we didn't want to be too old having kids either. We're both in our early 30s, so we want to kind of do it now and enjoy them growing up.
Oh, good. Okay, so look, we're about 2 centimetres now. It's come round to the front, and baby's head is moving down. I think I can feel a little bit of hair. I think baby has a bit of hair there, yeah.
I must have been crippled with hair.
So at least that's the reason why.
Yeah.
The whole way through, Sarah was getting really bad heartburn, and obviously one of the old wives' tale is that a lot of heartburn tends to have a baby with a lot of hair.
Yeah.
And the few scans we had, I thought myself looking at the screen, I thought like she had hair from what I could see.
I never had heartburn in my life.
You were born with
I had
hair,
a full head of hair.
Oh, there you go then.
Yeah, serious head of hair. She's starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Now she's contracting. We've been moving her to different sides. She's contracting 9 there, but she's been contracting like 7, 8 sometime.
I don't pay into places.
Not really. Like, no, just walk in.
No, not that I walk in. I just don't want to. I don't go to places that you pay in. Like, I don't go to nightclubs and
Just like music bars and stuff.
yeah, like if you bring me towards that Zico's, is it?
What's that like?
Do you have to pay in?
Mental, but like you're like paying a tenner and you're like that, and then you feel really old, so you feel like
Is it good?
yeah, it's good if you're 25. Everything's good if you're 25. That's why I have to stay in Donny Nesbitt's where there's 50-year-olds there and you feel like young. Yeah.
I know, I'm too old for nightclub.
Too old. Yeah.
We just have to go down to...
On the prenatal ward, Ellie and her husband Owen are getting ready to go to theatre for their baby's in-utero transfusion. They'll never forget where they first met.
We met in London, didn't we?
In Bristol.
Oh, Bristol. Sorry. Yeah. He said the blood is nearly ready and that they might have a slot in theatre in half an hour. So I was only ringing you just to say that, not to meet you.
We met on the night out?
Yeah, in an O'Neill's Irish bar. And there was a group of us that night, and there was a group of Irishmen. So, but I was the only one who got lucky. All these years later.
Although this is the couple's 5th pregnancy, It's the first time Ellie has had to go through a fetal blood transfusion.
With rhesus disease, the mother becomes more sensitized to positive blood with each successive pregnancy. So we tend to see the baby getting anemic earlier and earlier in each successive pregnancy.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I think I'll stand over that side. Yeah, so machine up here, yep.
The hospital environment is a familiar one for Ellie. She works as an ICU nurse in Crumlin Children's Hospital in Dublin.
So I'm sure this is all fascinating. This is standard ICU day for you, isn't it? Yeah.
So being a nurse, you see some really sad things and some things that you just think, I never want to be in that situation or that position, and especially with children,
The hardest bit for you here is that you have to just stay still.
The things you see, not a lot of people would have seen unless you work in ICU.
You can breathe. You can breathe, but just you have to stay still, because, as you've probably heard me saying there, the needle is going to be in a very delicate spot.
I think it does make you just realise how fragile life is, definitely.
Suzanne? Sarah, will you just tell Suzanne it's Jane here, we're about to start. Thanks.
In 1 or 2% of cases, the baby will not tolerate a fetal transfusion, and there's a possibility that during the procedure, an emergency caesarean section might have to be performed if the baby's heart rate slows down.
Just there, that's exactly there. Little cramped now, I'm sorry. You take the probe.
A needle is placed into the umbilical cord, a tiny space only a couple of millimeters in diameter, and the baby is constantly moving.
Just sample 1 for our HemoQ. Sample 2 for the lab.
Working against the clock, the hospital lab must analyse the baby's blood before the transfusion can take place.
We can't wait, possibly for hours, for a lab result to come back to tell us how anemic the baby is. We therefore pause our hospital laboratory and keep everybody on standby, waiting for the arrival of the blood sample so they can tell us within a minute or two how anemic the baby is.
Suzanne? Sample 1, pre-transfusion. Okay, thank you very much.
This allows us to calculate the precise amount of blood to transfuse into the baby. If you don't transfuse enough blood, you won't prevent heart failure. But if you transfuse too much blood, that can also be dangerous for the baby. So we need constant guidance from our hospital laboratory as the procedure is going on as to how much blood to give and whether we've got to our target level.
MCD 94. Platelets 209. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
When you're lying in theatre, you are thinking, oh gosh, what's happening inside? Because obviously all the doctors and experts in the world, I suppose nothing is guaranteed, and they have to tell you the risks, and there are risks obviously doing a blood transfusion, so definitely it's stressful.
Okay, off we go, and hopefully you can go a good speed on that if we can, because we're definitely in a good spot there.
So
I'm very
it's
happy
actually
with
going
that.
in nicely.
Yep. Baby's behaving very well. That looks like an artery below there. Do you want to just take the artery? Yeah. Doing very well. We just need to stay still for about 3 or 4 minutes, and we should be fine. I presume it's a contraction in the uterus has just lifted us just now. It's amazing how the movement
It's incredible.
on a contraction. Okay.
I stupidly didn't really think that it would cause labour pains. But I suppose if they're putting a needle in and they're aggravating the uterus, your uterus is going to contract. I wouldn't say like full-blown contractions, but definitely kind of halfway there.
It's been almost 40 hours since Sarah's waters broke. Midwife Ciara is examining her to see if the long wait to meet their baby is nearly over.
Fantastic. Right. That's brilliant. So you're 10 centimetres. Forgot to deliver that news. And we might just do a little bit of a push down, just see with this next contraction, and we can see where baby's head goes to. Okay. We wanted Sarah's labour to progress because it had been a little bit slower because the waters had gone for such a long time. We wanted things to progress a little bit quicker. Down, more. Right down, even more. Right down. That's it, well done. Brilliant, okay. And we'll wait. Do you know what we'll do? We're gonna wait. We'll wait the hour, okay?
Right, okay.
And allow, no, baby's moving when you're pushing. Just if we can allow you to have that extra bit of time where you're not using all your energy.
Okay.
Okay. And just let baby's head move down.
After an hour, midwife Melissa starts her shift, and her first job is to get Sarah pushing.
It's lovely to meet you.
This is Sarah and Dara.
Come on, go on, push here. That's it, very good. Keep it coming. Excellent, well done. Very good.
After a while of pushing, I asked her to go on the side just to try to help the baby to rotate into a good position.
Keep it coming. Okay.
But this unfortunately didn't help.
I was pushing for an hour and nothing was happening. And I think then I was starting to get upset with myself. I was like, I'm doing this wrong. I'm not doing it well. And, you know, I was taking it to heart. And I was exhausted at that stage.
The head hasn't really come down much.
What do we do?
Usually, like, after an hour of pushing, I'll get the doctor just to see if we can do anything, just to, especially, she needs to rotate into the right position, this baby. I think she's facing sideways.
I decided to inform my senior midwife that I needed a doctor review just because I was having a few concerns that the baby was getting tired, so I just wanted one of the doctors to come and have a look.
Slow deep breaths, Sarah, slow deep breaths.
You're pushing very well, okay? I think baby needs some help. It's just the baby's head position.
Yeah.
It's just, baby's trying hard, it's just on a little bit on the tilted angle. So we may have to apply a kiwi cup or a forceps. I have to just see, we'll put you in the position, we'll ask you to push again and see if the baby's head comes out. The kiwi cup may pop off because of that swelling. I'll see, I'll put you in the position and examine, and then decide what we can try. Is that okay? Yeah.
Right, you ready? Many a red sun will set, many a blue moon.
That's a song, yeah.
What is it, a song?
Yeah, that's a song, yeah.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Either way. Hi,
Right, Ali Hakim.
Hello, Ali Hakim. Ali Hakim.
Get away!
Hello, kiddo.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello,
I'm
kiddo.
sure sorry to see you so happy, because what I got to say will make you miserable. I got to marry Will. That's the way it's wrong.
Good morning.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Peter is my name. I'm one of the anaesthetic doctors.
Yes.
Ellie has been admitted to Dublin's Coombe Hospital. She had a second blood transfusion in the Rotunda, and now it's time to deliver her baby early by C-section.
Ellie, you having a section today?
Yes.
That's your first section,
Yeah.
right? And you have 4 children? I think?
Yes.
2 of them were delivered with a forceps and 2 normal vaginal deliveries. Did you have?
The doctors feel it's safer to deliver the baby 6 weeks early, rather than have it become anemic again.
I didn't want to do another blood transfusion, and I think they thought at 34 weeks it was becoming a bit more risky to do another transfusion.
Thanks very much.
See you upstairs then.
Thanks
Okay, all the best.
Bye.
Then they rang me on the Wednesday morning after they'd had their big talk, all the doctors together, and they rang me just to say, yeah, if you can come in tonight, we're going to deliver you on Thursday morning.
So Ellie, they're just going to pop a catheter in now. You won't feel any pain. You might feel touch, but no pain. It's kind of a funny, dissociated sort of thing.
You all right?
Yeah. There was definitely a few evenings I came down to you during when we chat at the kitchen table, and I definitely felt like I'd rolled a dice. Yeah, definitely.
Try and avoid those vessels, yeah.
few times we were sort of saying to each other, God, if we'd known all this was going to happen and the potential risks, would we have gone ahead at that stage, knowing what we know now?
The head is down, so it's nice. Now suction when you're ready. Okay, and fundal pressure now.
I think it's just you never know with life. That's the problem. That's why people have babies in the first place.
That's great. Ellie, we're about to have your baby. The quick way. Oh, gorgeous. A little man.
Well, boy, that's what you're taught.
And in ICU, you've seen so many emergency situations. It was all very controlled. There wasn't an emergency. I knew the consultant neonatologist was there. Because I've seen so many emergency situations, I could tell it wasn't a case of an emergency. Does that make sense?
That's great. Thanks very much.
Congratulations.
He looks really like Oscar, actually one of our other sons.
We haven't done a weight or anything yet. We'll do that when we get him down to the baby unit.
Definitely in that situation, I find you're looking around nearly, looking at reactions and how people are in terms of their facial, or do they look stressed, do they look, whereas it didn't, it was all very calm, which was great.
Yeah, that's good.
Looks great.
Did you get a photo?
Yeah. It looks really like Oscar, actually. Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
Everything is good here. Okay. We're just going to move on to the tubes.
Yeah,
okay?
that's great. Thank you. Yeah.
So the next conversation that always happens after some very complicated pregnancies, what happens the next time round. We know that it's very likely that the baby, a subsequent baby, would have a similar, if not more severe presentation of the condition. And that's difficult to face into.
Ellie and Owen made the decision to have a tubal ligation to prevent further pregnancies.
The thing is, you don't have 3-4 kids unless you like having them. So, but at least with 5 kids, there's a good chance of quite a lot of grandkids. So.
Get to meet your mum.
Just have to get another dog. No, only joking. No, 5 is a great number. Yeah, 5 is just perfect.
I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, thank you.
A very special occasion at the Rotunda, celebrating their 18th birthday. Connor and Amy and Cian and Rory and Derval Cassidy, who are, of course, our famous Rotunda quintuplets. We know that quintuplets are tremendously rare. Ireland has only one set of quintuplets, and they're here today with us.
Having 5 25-weekers born at the same time and being cared for in the neonatal unit was always going to be a challenge. Statistically, babies that are born between 25 and 26 weeks back in 2001, the survival rate was 50 to 60%. So the fact that all 5 survived and all 5 are healthy and well is a huge achievement. Quintuplets is a story that any of us that were involved in caring for them will never forget.
Do you have a baby? Okay, come on. Go, Sarah. Deep breath in. And push all the way down into your bum. Come on. Big push. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Bring the legs up to your chest. Yeah.
The baby's head, it's going to
You're going to feel loads of pressure. It's completely normal. But you push with the pressure. Keep pushing, Sarah. Don't be afraid.
Good girl, go on.
Come on, go on.
Back in the delivery suite, Dr. Samaya is using a kiwi cup to help deliver Sarah and Dara's baby. Dara is finding it hard to watch.
Keep it coming.
It's quite difficult from the dad's point of view, especially when it's an instrumental delivery, because they don't really know what to expect. Everything looked very, very dramatic.
Keep blowing.
I was starting to panic a small bit at that stage. Obviously, I didn't like to see my wife in pain. She'd gone through a hell of an ordeal over the 27 hours, and I was thinking of my daughter then as well. Obviously, her heartbeat started to drop. So it was all just getting a bit worrying at that stage. We'd gone this far in 9 months, and it would have been just heartbreaking for anything to happen.
The head is out with the next contraction.
Baby doctor. Gloves just over the
We're gonna see her. Okay, it's coming. You ready? Legs right back to your chest, right back to your chest. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. That's it. Blow, 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 blow. Hello. Congratulations. Congratulations, guys. Congrats. Oh my gosh, she's a big girl. Have a look at her. Oh my gosh.
No, go.
Yeah.
Just 1 second, the sharp
Okay.
Okay. Congratulations.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just amazing to see her that first time. Like, I seriously heard that first cry.
Yeah.
I think she was there was a bit of like a couple of seconds wait, so it felt like an eternity, but once she gave that initial cry, it was just brilliant.
I remember the doctor explaining what she was going to do, but not really taking it in, and the next thing was just like pop, and the baby was there.
Dara, do you want to cut the cord?
Did you want to cut it?
Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful.
Just in between the two?
There?
Yeah, there.
Oh, my hands are slipping.
Bring her over, say hello to the baby for a second.
I have her.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm afraid I can't.
You're all right.
She looks like Dara.
It was funny, the midwife was like, oh my God, she's so like her daddy. And I was like, oh my God, 9 months and all this I've gone through, and now she looks like him.
Oh, Jesus, I love you so much.
Like when she looks up at you and she's giving a gap, like you just completely, do it again tomorrow, without a doubt. Maybe not so soon, In a while we'll do it again. But,
I have to agree to it as well, so let's see what it is.
Oh God, 8:15. She is 4 kilos 05.
She'll never forget her roots, because obviously I'm from the country, so I'll always have that in her. She can follow Kilkenny and hurling, Dublin, the football. I think that's probably a good balancing act.
So she's not far off. She's not far off 9 pounds then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But she'll still have a big double accent.
She might talk properly like me, you don't know.
She'll be like, Dad, why do you talk different to everyone?
Right.
We'll get you a Dublin jersey too.
No thanks, Maury. Definitely don't want that in the TV.
When it's a full moon, it will be like the hospital will be crazy. It's actually real. Like it's real, and it's not only in Ireland. I can assure you, like it's the same in Italy as well. Like if it's full moon, you just need to pray like that the shift will be okay.
Down to the left here.
Arriving into the delivery suite, expecting their first child, are Laura, an air stewardess, and Raz, a waiter. Both originally hail from Romania.
Do you know any cool moves?
Any cool moves? See that poster there?
Yeah, I saw.
These are all very good. But
That's the coolest one.
That is the coolest one, yeah.
I wanted to give birth natural, without any injections or medication or. So the contractions will be stronger and more painful, or like our mothers, be natural, everything.
Old fashioned, I'd say.
They probably will progress a little bit, but they're already doing a very good job of opening out the cervix.
I didn't want to hurt the baby. I read books about the epidural and taking medication during pregnancy or in labor, and this might hurt the baby.
Come on in.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
She had a few concerns about getting an epidural. Thankfully, getting epidurals is lovely and safe, and it's really safe for your baby. She didn't want to get it, and that is perfect. So Katie is going to take over from me, okay?
Oh, okay.
But I'll be coming back in later to see Your little boy.
Yeah.
Good plan.
We met in 2014, in work. We used to work in a restaurant industry. She was a receptionist, I was a waiter.
Any flowers?
I was all day here with you.
It's Valentine's Day, no.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
For me, it was easy. It was love at first sight.
This is the most romantic present, a baby.
Oh. Now I'm happy he's a boy.
Really? Oh yes. You know what women have to endure.
Exactly, before she wanted a girl. And she saw what's happening and she said, no, I'm glad it's a boy now.
I don't want her to suffer.
I wanted a kid. I wanted a baby. In the beginning, she wasn't very sure she wanted one, but I keep pushing her, come on, it's time. It's like, look, it's time.
I think your jobs are harder than mine. Working in an airplane with drunk people and...
Oh my God, yeah.
Hats off to you, you know.
I work as a cabin crew. To have a baby meant to stop flying, so I love to fly. That's why I wasn't prepared to have a baby. And especially when you have delays and it's not your fault. They don't understand that.
People get very frustrated, don't they? And they take it out on you. Yeah.
I love aircrafts. I just love
Sometimes
fly.
she'll sit in the garden just watching the planes take off
Yeah.
in the back.
I go to the airport and watching the aircrafts.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I'm getting, slide ropes. Oh, lovely. Slide rope there. That's the bottom of my bed. And then that.
Although I don't think I could get up every morning by looking at myself in the mirror.
Oh no, I'm not going to. I'm only going to get one mirror in the middle, kind of maybe up high.
Hey.
And then in the boys' room.
Do you not have them on the ceiling, Louise?
Oh yeah, everywhere. Oh my God, can you imagine?
That would be nice, actually.
Emma and Martin are in outpatients for a Milestone checkup with their son Nathan. 7 months ago, baby Nathan was delivered in the Rotunda at just 25 weeks gestation, after mum Emma was rushed from Ballinasloe Hospital. Weighing less than 900 grams, he was gravely ill. His sudden arrival was a shock for Emma and her partner Martin, who had been together for only 7 months.
Lights blazing, gunning it up the road. The on-call doctor comes in, checks me, and goes, I'll be honest with you, baby's feet are actually out of the cervix. He's kicking out of the cervix. He was that low down. And I was like, what does that mean? She says, very high chance baby's coming tonight.
He's looking great. I feel a bit better now, but it's a bit, you know, when I heard about the ventilator this morning, it was like, oh, kind of the end of the world, but I'll admit I had a bit of a breakdown. That happens though. But you're expecting setbacks, but you just have to think logically about it. And then I was saying to myself, see, I suffer from mental health anxiety, and I said, am I cut out to be in this position? I doubt myself. Because I should be there to support her and him, but I'm kind of finding it tough. Like, it's just the whole thing is daunting. Like, I'm thinking too far ahead of myself, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I'm delighted with this progress, but it's still, I can't even think. When I'm home, it always comes back into my head, even when I'm enjoying myself, I say, oh, he's in here. It's not easy.
The thing to remember about neonatology is that we're not really just only caring for the baby, we're caring for the whole family unit, and that's the whole premise of family-centred care, and that we provide care to the parents as well as the baby in the intensive care unit.
Nathan spent 6 weeks in the Rotunda's ICU and a further 7 weeks in Galway Regional Hospital.
Straight into the mouth.
Today he's back in the Rotunda for the first time. The team want to check his heart function.
Nathan would be 7 months or 4 months corrected, considering when he should have been born.
Should have been born on the 22nd of September, so.
Yeah, and weight-wise, where he started off at £1.15, he is now a stone.
Officially today we weighed.
Officially today he was weighed, and he's a stone weight.
So he's
huge.
7 times his birth weight.
Yeah.
Look at you.
It's like, I think I know you.
Ah, do you remember me? Huh? You're a buster. You're a buster. I'm just checking the heart at loads of different angles. And I'm basically making sure that there's no little holes in the heart, which we know from before that there isn't. I'm making sure that the heart is pumping well, and at the moment everything is looking good.
No.
So this, what is the noise indeed?
That's your heart.
Yeah.
It's my heart as well, I think, at this stage.
Is it?
Yeah.
It makes me laugh, right? Everything he put us through in 13 weeks, and it's the slightest sniffle that makes him panic now.
It's just you know,
Isn't
after
it?
all that, like, when you have him home, it's just like...
I think it took a few days for it to kind of kick in that, like, it's okay. We're good.
What size, what was he in comparison though? When you're looking
like,
back.
I mean, if you look, I'd say he was barely his torso. If you were,
Well, I mean, it's hard to imagine, like, but, you know, looking back. But... Well, I think I'm coping well, but I've had a few panic attacks.
It's Daddy. Hey, yeah. It's Daddy. Hey, yeah.
He's getting there. Like, I mean, considering the anxiety issues he has, he's doing marvellous.
Thanks very much.
Thanks a million. Thank you so much. You were great.
Thank you.
Oh, and
it's so nice
We'll
to...
see him again at some stage.
Emma and Martin are going back to the intensive care unit with Nathan for the first time. It's a place of heavy significance after a difficult 6 weeks spent there.
It was just like, oh my God, my heart was pounding, because it's just like, the last time I had to do this route, we couldn't bring him home.
Yeah. This is a bit weird coming up here on our...
Hello, Nathan. How are you? How's he doing? Grand. He's perfect. He's absolutely flying. We just got him weighed, so he's over a stone in weight.
And it was so nice to see familiar faces again, and they were talking to him, and
delighted.
couldn't get over him because, like I said, he was barely a couple of pounds the last time they would have seen him. Stop snuggling into me. Talk to people. You have to talk.
How are you? Welcome back.
It's lovely to see you. You're brilliant. You're like a role model for all the little guys inside it.
It's like his mother asked me recently. She says, just out of the blue, she asked me, she says, now that he's home, he's safe, he's big pudgy baby, can I ask you something? I says, go on. And she says, did you think he was coming home? And in that moment, I had to think about it, and I said, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I thought we were planning a funeral. And I will be honest, I thought we were going to bury him back then, because there was so much wrong, and he was so tiny, and realistically, he was just barely past viability. So it was just, I suppose I did think at the time, and then I kind of closed it off and was like, don't think about it, because if you think about it, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
you're going to make yourself sick thinking about it. So then now, when he's like that, and he's big chubby baby, and he's smiling up at you, I can say to myself now, oh my God, you're a miracle, because I really did not think we were going to get to this point. I honest to God thought that was it.
Are you okay?
For the parents and for just us going up and down, and I know it's what it feels like. You're not kind of away, you know, and it's kind of like you're given kind of hope, but then again, anything can happen, as I said.
He's all in one piece, you know.
Sorry.
You look in there and you see those small babies, and you kind of go,
They have a long road ahead of them.
We were there, and God, we're here with you, because we were there, and we saw the surgeries, and we saw the heart issues, and the sepsis, and the transfusions, and we went to pieces so many times and fought like cats and dogs when we got so angry with the situation that shouting at each other was just the easiest way of dealing with it. We've been there, and it's the hardest road you will probably ever do, but it is worth it in the end.
I think it's a mix of the teeth and hunger.
Ah, Jesus, he's absolutely gnawing on you.
Ooh.
antiperspirant și parfum.
Hai,
Serios.
frate.
Da. I put makeup. I was with makeup on and my hair was...
That's why we were late in the hospital, 2 hours. So like she had her hair done, makeup on, everything. Unde ți antiperspirantul?
Pe acolo.
În asta mare? Aici?
Caută-l. I didn't want to look like a exhausted mother.
Ce este?
Șampon.
Este șampon?
Yeah. I wanted to be pretty for my baby.
Anything nice now? Take another nice one.
That one's nice. It's
But
all
it-
right.
but
It's
it's
there.
not. It's
No,
not.
it's not. It's there.
Laura has been labouring for 5 hours. She's coping well with her pains by moving and keeping upright.
Katie told me that it would be easier because of the gravitation.
Gravity work for her.
Gravity.
Yeah. There was a panel there with a few positions that she can sit. She chose this one. It was like the most comfiest for her.
I might take off the underwear, okay? Because it sounds like you're kind of getting ready to start pushing very soon.
Yeah.
So if maybe we just take off those underwear, because you can't have a baby in your knickers. We need to take off. We need to take off the underwear.
Really?
Baby needs to come out.
How high is the head down?
It's kind of -1.
Right, okay.
There's an anterior rim there.
Right. And she is a prime up, isn't she?
Yeah.
But she's coping well. She's no epidural or
No,
anything?
she's coping with it so well.
Right, okay.
I tried to talk her into taking something to the epidural. She didn't want to listen to me. Like ease your pain.
Yeah, the
Normally
labor
everyone would
was
like to
so
ease your
bad.
pain. She didn't want to. She's my hero for that.
And blow. And another little push now.
The whole experience was absolutely new for me and a little bit shocking, I say. I didn't expect to sit there until the end. It's not common in Romania. All the hospitals they have a policy. It's only the doctor that sits in the room and the nurses. It's very important for the father to be there when the baby comes out, because not the doctor is the father. It's you that's the father. You have to hold him in the arms. No, first, not the doctor.
Blow, 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 blow. And another little push.
He's bit.
Little push again. Oh, that's the head out. Well done. Hello, Stefan. 11 minutes past 6. Now, just have to wait till the head rotates around, okay?
And now?
Just breathe until the next contraction comes, okay?
E bună tot, săracul. În bot.
Give it a little push there and see what happens. Small little push. Blow. Push. Hello there. At 13 minutes past 6. Now you just come back a bit. Please. Say hello to me. Oh, congratulations.
It was you can describe this.
It's the most magical thing ever.
Yeah.
When you hear him and when you actually see him and feel him on top of you.
What's wrong?
Ele kid. Nothing is wrong.
No.
travel.
What do you think of him?
I didn't imagine him like this, but he's so beautiful.
I don't know what to say.
Speechless.
Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe. It has seen the birth of almost 1 million Dubliners, and some 24 new babies are added to that number every day.
Well done.
Congratulations.
It's a place of extreme highs and devastating lows.
Please cry.
Agony and ecstasy, all happening second to second.
Lovely little fella.
We're there for the most intimate of moments as people experience events which will change their lives forever.
Yeah, the baby's almost out. Come on.
Events to be remembered and retold for generations to come.
Well done. You're okay. Your baby's nearly here. Oh, here we go.
I'm now here 18 years, and on the first day I was going down to the canteen for my lunch and I tripped on the back stairs, so I landed with a bang on the first day.
I actually had to get my lips stitched, but anyway, sure, it was grand. I had to come back the next day, I had no choice.
Arriving in the labour ward are teenagers Jake and Alex, who are expecting their first baby today. They're no longer a couple, so they plan to co-parent. Also supporting Alex is her mum Linda. Jake doesn't think her first impressions of him were good.
Don't think she liked me, being straight about it. But I think she's okay with me now, I hope, anyway.
Are you alright, Jake?
Oh, calm. Not bothering me.
You're not the one giving birth.
They know their place, men here.
Well, like, I didn't tell my mum until I was actually in a hospital for the booking appointments.
So you actually told her by text?
Yeah, I did. My mum just cried for a few days, but eventually she accepted it and she was grand. But she was so supportive and she supported me through the whole pregnancy, which was so good as well. We actually met online, but he doesn't like to say that. We met on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
You from Nab and you from Swords?
Yeah.
Where did you meet?
On Tinder.
Where?
On Tinder.
We were kind of on and off for a while.
Yeah.
Up until about, I'd say January, we were solid up until like January, and then we were on and off.
12 to 5.
Are you going to go back to college or what are you doing?
Not this year, no. I'm doing an apprenticeship this year.
Football as well?
No, steel.
When Jake found out Alex was pregnant, he made the difficult decision to turn down a football scholarship in the US.
Football was everything from a young age for me. I signed for Shelbourne, then I signed for Cherry Orchard. I went back to Shelbourne to play League of Ireland. It was rough to accept, but then, as my mother puts it, you know, what's for you won't pass you by.
In Spain, at least, everybody's crazy about football.
Is there any famous football players from Spain?
Yeah.
Who?
Them all.
Who? All of them.
All of them.
Pedro.
Pedro, yeah.
There's Pedro, there's Casillas, Valdez, there's loads. Piqué, Sergio Ramos.
Piqué, yeah.
Arbeloa. Azpilicueta, David De Gea.
Is that the one? Is that one of them? The one that like the other person?
No, that's Luis Suarez you're thinking of. It was the same thing the whole way through, on and off.
Yeah.
Because we were just both childish, not gonna lie. We both just couldn't talk to each other without arguing.
Yeah.
So I just walk away from the conversation and she'd do the same. I haven't a clue what I'm looking at.
Baby's heart rate is there, top one. Put your glasses on.
Sure.
The glass, that's it. Like my parents aren't together, so I naturally just wanted to have a family, like the dad and mum together, and obviously have a family. But like it wasn't working out with me and Jake, and I obviously like didn't think like I was so upset at first, thinking, oh, my baby's not gonna have a proper family. But obviously, as more of my pregs went in, I was like, my baby will be fine. Like me and Jake were gonna co-parent anyway.
Be here.
What?
She's just gonna be here.
Yeah, she can't wait. That's where they get weighed.
Then she gets put here. I just didn't think it would be good for the baby to grow up in that kind of environment where me and Alex argue every week, and she sees that and thinks that's normal. Then when she gets to like 16 or 17, she picks up with a bloke that argues with her constantly and is probably rude to her and doesn't treat her nice, and she thinks that's normal, like when that's not normal. It's not how you're meant to be.
Potatoes and lights. Hold on a minute there, sorry. I don't know, I didn't hear anything about it, Paula. All right then. Hello, who's that?
Hi. I said I know all the stuff here. And I feel like part of the furniture.
Waiting for a scan at fetal assessment, mum of one, Kate, didn't have to look too far to meet her husband, Peter.
There was an office romance back
We
in the
worked
day.
together.
Yeah.
We both worked in the bank. We tried to keep it secret at the time because he was a manager, or like kind of a manager level, and I wasn't. So it would have been kind of frowned upon. So we thought we were keeping a secret, but it was like the worst kept secret. I think everybody knew.
And the rest is history, as they say, you know. So what, 12 years on now, are we?
Nearly 13. Yeah, nearly 13.
Yeah.
Kate comes in to be scanned every week because she's at high risk of a preterm delivery. Her first child, Billy, was born suddenly at just 24 weeks.
My back's been at me actually.
You'll start noticing symptoms that you wouldn't have kind of gotten to the stage of getting
exactly.
last time. So.
Yeah, and remind myself not to complain too much.
No. So she's head down. Yeah.
Today, Kate is at nearly 27 weeks gestation, and so far, so good. It was a very different situation the first time round.
I was having the bleeding and cramps, but you're not thinking straight. You're just thinking, go to A&E, get it checked out, get the all clear, come home. And then carry on with our day. You're not thinking, we're having the baby now. Like the shock of how small he was the only thing that you could think about at the time. It kind of takes your breath away. Like he's probably the length of our hand.
They kind of had to run various tests, and they had to obviously put the line...
ventilated straight away.
The line in to ventilate him, etc. He was kind of just taken away then to be examined further, and then we went into the recovery room just in next door, and then he was whisked up to the ICU then thereafter.
127 days that he had in hospital was very up and down. Thankfully he came through it. Thankfully we got to take our little baby boy home. He came home in oxygen for 6 months. Billy was a year and 3 months when I got pregnant, so it's still very fresh, and kind of around the year mark is when you're kind of coming out of the trauma.
Kate was extremely nervous, even when I met her before she got pregnant, even making that decision as to whether to embark on a second pregnancy, because with one very, very early delivery as she had with Billy, there was a very significant risk that she would deliver preterm again.
I had 2 recent stays in hospital. I had kind of 2 scares that I possibly might have given birth early, but they didn't progress, luckily. I'm really, really happy to have gotten this far, to think that I was, once wondering would I reach past 24 weeks, to now actually have well bypassed that and gotten this far. I had this kind of dream that I want her to have her with me in the ward for the few days. So I didn't have any of this the last time. So like change her and look after her for those few days. I think it's a really special experience for her. So hopefully.
The recent referendum that changed the approach to termination of pregnancy in Ireland represented one of the biggest changes and the biggest challenges in the history of the Rotunda. It is absolutely essential for the Rotunda to at all times ensure that patients trust us, that they know that the advice they're getting from us isn't based on our personal view, but our advice is based purely on the medical facts. What are the options that the patient has available to them, and helping them choose the right option for that patient.
So keep breathing.
In the delivery suite, Alex's pains are increasing and she's thinking of having an epidural.
Too much, is it? You're doing good, homie. Keep it up. Yeah, she's getting an epidural now. That's what she's looking to get. Yeah, they're coming every like 2 minutes. Yeah, they're really strong, like. Those went last night and where we were only induced to take another room. And she was huffing away on the gas, like, do you know what I mean? And there's people roaring and screaming in there, and like, people roared and screamed getting the water spoke, and she didn't, so she's proper trooper and through, like, you know. She's doing well, like.
Just 5 minutes since having her epidural, Alex isn't feeling quite right.
Is it normal to feel like a bit like lightheaded?
With the epidural, yeah. So let me do this again. She did have an episode of low blood pressure. She was feeling lightheaded, she was sweaty and feeling unwell. And the baby's heart rate was dropping. So I just rang the bell and Annette came in the room.
I'll give the nieces a shout as well.
Yeah.
Is he?
Is he? Can I put the oxygen mask on?
Anaesthetics around. Dropping the blood pressure. She's symptomatic of baby's heartbeat's dropped.
How much is 5? On the other, yeah. That's it.
Am I okay?
Sherry?
It's okay. Your blood pressure's dropped a little bit, so we just check.
All of a sudden, like, my blood pressure went down and the baby wasn't doing well, and then all these doctors were like flooding around me.
What is the blood pressure?
93/50. She's symptomatic with it.
And it was 126.
Yeah, right. Jack's my name, another one of the answers.
Am I okay?
You're okay, your blood pressure's dropped a little
Are you
bit.
still feeling a bit dizzy?
No.
No, that's passed over. Okay.
That's
It's
good.
quite common with the epidural for your blood pressure to fall a bit,
Yeah.
but yours maybe has gone a bit beyond.
So this is just to help the blood pressure.
Okay.
It's quite normal, don't worry. And how is the baby?
It's still, yeah.
Put this head there. I might just stop.
Squeeze my hand, yes, feel it.
I went for a chicken fillet roll.
Yeah. He went for food, like.
Trying to recover, so we're okay here.
I knew I was in good hands, and that's all that was went to my mind. I wasn't scared because I know they know what they're doing, like they're doctors, and like they went to college for this, and they knew, like they know, so I wasn't scared.
Let's take this off. Baby's all good.
Have I dilated or anything?
4 centimetres. 1. Oh, I just said 4. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was like, oh, 4.
You were hoping.
Right.
You missed it.
It's fine.
Missed what?
My blood pressure dropped. And
Did it? She just doesn't make big deals of things, and
No.
she wouldn't tell you. Like, if she was in pain or anything like that, she'd try her best not to let you know.
But now the blood pressure's come up and the baby's heart beat as well.
Looking forward to getting this baby insurance for skills and
Kate has made it to just over 37 weeks of pregnancy. She and Peter are arriving in theatre for her planned cesarean.
We're going to have a baby.
So Kate had what we call a J-shaped incision on her womb when she was delivered with Billy. So for that reason, we felt that it wasn't safe to labour. Look forward to meeting this little bambino now very shortly. All right, I'll see you in there in a few minutes, okay?
I don't think I could have gone through another premature birth again.
Not 24 weeks, not a 24 weeks.
Yeah.
But then, like, you have to ask yourself the question: if it happened, you know the choice.
Yeah,
but
true.
to cope
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, you just get into it then. Yeah.
Okay, just starting. This was a planned cesarean section. Everything was nice and calm. I think such a different experience for Kate and Peter to the delivery of Billy. To the clip, thanks. Hello, gorgeous. Drop the drapes a little. Hello, hi. You're gorgeous. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Can you see her? No. Oh, she's doty.
It was kind of a joyous occasion, hearing the baby cry. She got to cuddle her. It's a completely different experience. It was what we'd expected the first time around, you know.
The name Kate and Peter have chosen for their new baby has special meaning.
I lost my twin sister. It's going on 9 years now. So her name was Ruth, and I always said that if I had a daughter, I'd call her Ruth.
It's just amazing to hold her, you know? Amazing to see. Yeah, it is.
There's no wires coming out of her, and that she can actually, I was like lifting her up going, where's all her equipment? Like,
3 days later, Billy is visiting his sister for the first time in a place where, as a critically ill newborn, he spent his first months.
Hello. Hello. Little man. Hiya. Hello. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you. Yeah. Give me a kiss.
for us, it was the end of the kind of traumatic time and the beginning of the best time. It felt like the two times we're meeting. And I know it sounds really corny, but it's the only way to describe it.
We're going back to Billy's first home, where he stayed for 16 weeks. So, neonatal ICU. Julie, how are you? Look, Fab. No, little man, yeah.
Look after you so well. You go the wrong way.
No. Different baby, isn't he, Julie?
Oh my God, huge. The red hair.
I know. Didn't lose that. She looked after him in the first week. Yeah, on Paddy's Day. Do you remember on Paddy's Day? Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You go home with your 2-year-old who's kicking and roaring and screaming in the back seat like any 2-year-old should be, and a newborn baby all packaged ready to go like a normal baby. And it's just like, when we drove home from the hospital, I thought, we're actually leaving the bad days behind us. I can feel it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like, she's using a bit of gas, but she's just like, you know, she's not really. She's not like, no, she's like, and then, you know.
More than 30 hours since she was induced, Alex's labour is progressing very slowly. She's been told it might go to C-section.
I thought when you get induced, like you have it that day, I didn't think it took about a fucking week.
I told you.
They could have induced you and just sent you home, realistically.
Hardly. What if I had her then?
You weren't.
Depends on
though.
the person.
You didn't know at all.
I know, but it depends on the person, though.
But you didn't know.
I know. Did you, when you were in third class, did you ever grow like one of those little plants?
Yeah.
And then put your
heads.
name on it. What?
Grass heads.
Yeah.
Sock filled with seeds and that. Yeah. Cool looking things.
Do you remember you had to bring? Did you bring in your own yogurt pot, or did they give you something to put it in?
We had to bring in our own.
Same.
Whoa.
I loved when it was a communion year, because you just do so much colouring and stuff. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Can you itch my belly for me?
Which part?
Here, it's tight. I can't itch. I can't feel it. I have no nails.
Yeah?
He's good.
That's it?
Yeah. I thought he was really supportive. Like, he was like, oh, you can do it, and he held my hand, and he was reassuring me a lot that, like, obviously, like, you can do this, and I was a bit scared, I was.
Good hug. You're doing really well. Really proud of you, okay?
Okay.
I'm kissing you out, but you smell like sick.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Fuck you. It's the reason you're in this mess.
Your fault.
It's not my fault, it's your fault.
Your fault too.
Partial.
Partial, yeah.
Argument. It's arguative.
I've worked in so many places. I think I'm chefing now about 22 years, 23 years. And working from the top Michelin star, I have to say working in the Rotunda has been more satisfying for the women in bed, and they could be really tired, really sick. And to take that lid off and say, yes, that is gorgeous, I'm going to enjoy this. And if it gives them 5 or 10 minutes, to me, that's brilliant. I'm delighted with that.
Waiting for her 20-week scan, Natasha is 21 years old. Expecting twins, she's soon to be a mum of 4.
When I found out it was twins, I actually wasn't even that shocked. It was just because the ones in my family are really strong, but I'm actually really excited. I can't wait.
I asked her to get with me when we were 14. I texted her saying, do you want to be my girlfriend?
There's no really date, like.
No, there's no date.
So we always said, like, oh, we'd want kids, but, like, never discussed, like, when.
Yeah, I never thought it was going to be so soon.
Are you feeling baby's moving yet? Like, in the last 2 to 3 days, I've felt...
Here with Natasha and Andrew today is Natasha's mum, Naomi, who is a twin herself. Natasha and Andrew's first child, Tyler, has cystic fibrosis, a genetically inherited disease affecting the lungs and digestive system.
So, he's gone now, he has cystic fibrosis though. When they noticed that he had a blockage, they suggested, like, oh, does anyone in the family have cystic fibrosis, or have you heard of it before? And none of us have heard it. Like, we didn't even know we were carriers.
It was hard at the start because we were still getting used to all his medicines.
He's on 6 nebulizers a day. He takes 3 in the morning and 3 at night. He gets physio, like, he can get, like, either, like, tap-in or cup-in and, like, a pep mask that, like he breathes through, and, like, it's like, restricts his airways, like, to open them more. He likes going to the CF unit. He can play there, and people are coming in, obviously, like, they're paying him attention, and obviously he loves the attention. But when it comes to being admitted into hospital, like A&E or anything, he hates it, because, like, he hates needles, like, he's terrified of them. And especially, like, seeing him, like, when he's screaming, crying in pain, like, you literally can't do anything, like.
There's a 50% chance that at least one of the twins will be affected by cystic fibrosis. Natasha and Andrew didn't want to do a test for it during pregnancy, so it won't be until the twins are born that they will know if they are affected.
Well, exactly. That's exactly it. Obviously, I hope they don't have the CF, like, obviously, like, because I don't want them to go through, like, what Tyler's been through, like, as in, like, hospital stays and, like, constantly getting poked with needles. If they do have the CF, like, it's going to be the same, like, just adding in 2 extra babies, like. I know it sounds bad, but, like I didn't think, like, oh, CF would ever stop us from having more kids, though. Did you? No. I just thought, like, if they have CF, like, obviously, like it's an illness and, like, it's not nice, but, like, they still have life and they still can, like, achieve stuff.
Great. Structurally, I don't have any concerns with the babies.
Yeah.
The scans are never 100%. Twin 2 is a little bit smaller, but still within the graph, so nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Lovely. There you go. Congratulations. Lots of pictures to have a look at. Here,
Do you want
Daddy.
one tissue?
Oh, look.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Will you stop dropping stuff?
Thanks very much. My life.
Alex has been labouring for 7 hours in delivery suite 1. She's only 2 centimetres dilated. A C-section is looking ever more likely.
Hi, how are you? We changed your shift at this stage on the night staff.
Hi.
So they're leaving you till 9 to make the decision.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get you in a gown anyway, okay?
I had been told that Alex was probably going to have a caesarean section because the tracing at times, the doctors weren't happy about it, but we were going to give her another short while and the contractions began to build up again.
I'm going to stop in a few seconds now. That's it.
I feel a bit sick.
I get you tissue. Come on. Yeah. It's just... She's in more pain now, Jake, and she's... The epidural isn't really working that well. So she doesn't want to be any more pain.
You haven't a clue. You're just part of the furniture. You're just watching, that's all. The women do everything.
Okay, so what we didn't want to happen is, remember when you got the epidural and the baby's heart rate dropped because your blood pressure dropped. So we want to go very softly with the top up.
Want Jake to hold your hand? That's it, do your breathing. Good girl.
Newfound respect, honest to God, because, like, as a bloke, when you think about women having kids, you're like, oh, why are they making a big deal, like, you know, have the kid, like. But when you see that now, when you're actually in the room and you see her having that kid and you see what she's going through, it's completely different. You never think you can feel like that about someone till you see them having the kid, till you see what they're going through for you or for your child. It's amazing to see, like.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't said anything like that.
I heard you feeling a bit of pressure.
Yeah.
That's good. So I might just check on you. She's coming. You're ready to have your 10.
And I was so shocked. I was like, from 2 to 10. I'm actually...
Yeah.
So we were all so excited. It was looking less likely that she was going to need a caesarean section.
Now, you've got one there now. So just take the gas away. That's it. And just give me a push down. Just push. Drop out the knees a little bit.
No, it literally felt like 10 minutes. I actually don't know how much I pushed for.
Now, blow, blow. Just drop out your knees now and blow. Just drop out your knees. Good girl. Good girl. Another small little push. Now keep the legs nice and relaxed. They're nice and relaxed. Good girl. You're brilliant.
Just 3 pushes, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, like she was coming, she was literally coming so quick, like I felt the urge just to push and push.
Good girl. Well done. Keep the legs nice and relaxed. Good girl. You're doing it now, you're doing it.
That's it, keep pushing.
That's it, you're brilliant.
Now she's there.
She's coming now. She's
coming.
Another little bit, another little push.
Another push.
Good girl. Well done. Now we just take the cord from her neck.
There you go.
She's absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Well done to you.
Well done.
Jake, Daddy. Oh no. Here we go. Now, see the white bit? You just cut after that. Good man. Yeah, just here, yeah. Go ahead, don't do our piggy. That's it, now go on.
Once I cut the cord, like, there was just that connection was there. Like, it's weird to explain, but when it came out, it doesn't feel like, and then you cut the cord and you're like, that's what dads do. I'm now dad.
Ah, she's so lovely.
She's gorgeous.
Now.
There you go.
Now. Now.
Hello, Missy.
Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you.
I don't know how to explain it, like we just connected again, I guess.
Well done.
Not bad, was it?
Like I felt like it's never going to work because we're always fighting all the time. Like once, like when Amelia came here, I felt like that all went away and it's all stupid, and like I do feel like we can actually be together now. Like we do understand each other a lot, don't we?
You are the image of your mother, honest to God.
Yeah, it kind of comes down to respect. Like, I found a whole new respect for Alex once I seen her having the baby, like.
Yeah.
And you can't be kiddie about things. You can't be acting like a typical 18-year-old lad or 19-year-old girl. You have to be an 18-year-old man at that stage, you know what I mean? You have to act proper, and you need to find that respect for her.
Yeah? Talk to me.
So mad to think that we grew like women like grow these human beings with like they have brains and like a nervous system and fingers, and it's so weird that she fitted in my stomach like that. That's what I thought, and I was like so mad. And she has this nose and these eyes, and so mad. And she looks like me. Everybody's like, oh, she looks like you so much, and oh, but she looks like Jake as well.
That's a Mead woman there.
Getting pregnant is seen as a natural process. However, current accepted statistics across Europe are that approximately 1 in 6 couples will have some difficulty becoming pregnant at some point in their reproductive life. Treatment may be the only option forward for them. The vast majority of IVF cycles are not going to be successful immediately, and it's our responsibility to keep a couple hopeful, but realistically hopeful.
Arriving into the Rotunda are Stacey Jean from Galway and Alan, a native of Waterford. When they first met, they had eyes on a different prize.
We met back in 2010 at the Ladies' Day of the Tremor races. So we don't count the day at the races as our first date, because it was only kind of towards the end of the night that we realised that there was a bit of a spark there.
Yeah.
We had our first kiss that night.
Yeah, you were trying to set me up with your best friend.
I was trying to set you up, but it doesn't really set a romantic tone when you're trying to hook you up with somebody else.
He was very confident.
Some would say overly confident.
Very confident and funny. He was very, very funny, to be fair. So I remember we were up in one of the pubs in Tremor after the races, and a couple came over and said that we were a beautiful couple. They were like, geez, you look lovely together. And we started laughing, going, we've only met, and she thought that we were together for years. So very early on, I think we discussed a family and said we realised we wanted the same thing. We had the same morals and that, and we wanted children. Both of us kind of did.
We just expected that we'd get pregnant pretty quick, and like everybody else, that we'd get married and maybe go on honeymoon and, you know, conceive there, have a baby, and, you know, 9 months later. You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a lot of fibroids and a lot of cysts and that for the last few years. Growing up in that, I always had stomach pain and that, and then my appendix burst and destroyed one of my fallopian tubes as well when that happened. So we knew there was going to be some issues, we just didn't realise there was as many issues.
You're nervous.
I have everything going through now.
I know.
After numerous tests and investigations, Stacey Jean and Alan went to meet fertility expert Dr. Rishi to find out why they weren't getting pregnant.
Stacey's bed was right up against a window in the hospital, and it was lovely outside, and we were sitting there, and Dr. Rishi is a fantastic doctor. Like, he really softened the blow, and kind of, you know, he was great with us, really. Like,
It would have been very difficult for them to conceive as a couple naturally with the problems that they presented with. A surgical approach was absolutely necessary prior to undergoing IVF, and that would have probably been realistically their only opportunity.
Following 3 pelvic surgeries, Stacey Jean and Alan started a series of grueling IVF treatments.
The first year I was very embarrassed and ashamed.
For no reason, there was no reason to be embarrassed.
Yeah, but it was just human nature, the feeling. So we didn't tell anybody, even though my family probably knew. The second year we told our families.
Yeah.
And by the third year we were telling anybody that would listen.
It's a cool world out there, you know, if you can't have kids. We were at a wedding, and I remember that Stacey's sister-in-law was asking just routinely about how everything was going and with the IVF and everything. And it took me a while before I realised that I kind of twigged with me that she might be pregnant. I thought she was kind of testing the waters just about how she'd break the news. Like, they were very apprehensive about telling us, and they told us, and we were delighted, and we were so happy for them. We really were, and we hugged and we kissed and everything. And later on that evening, I remember, and I'll never forget it, we went out for a dance on the dance floor, and suddenly we just looked at each other and we were both crying. And we kind of, everybody else was happy, and it was real, kind of like a surreal moment where it was just the two of us, and we could have been on the dance floor on our own at the time. And I remember we said to each other, look, we'll give each other the rest of the dance. We'll cry and we'll hug and we'll notice. And then when the song is over, we'll clean ourselves up and we'll go back and everything will be fine. And we did. And we were delighted. Like, we were delighted for them, but we were sad as well. You all right? So, but yeah, you okay?
On the prenatal ward, Natasha has been induced because of her twins' reduced movements. By her side are Andrew and her mum Naomi, for whom it's a particularly intense time.
Well, I was a twin as well, and my sister, she passed away at birth. She was stillborn. And I called Natasha my rainbow baby because I was pregnant with twin boys and I gave birth to them here at 6 months gone, and they were stillborn.
I was like in full on labour, like I was about to have the babies in the ward, and the nurse had to rush me down in a wheelchair. Everything was happening so fast, like I didn't think I'd get to the ward in time, like. On the previous pregnancies, my mum was there both times. So when she was bringing the bags up, because it was so quick, she didn't have a chance to leave the room, so she was just there.
Christina's my name. I'm one of the midwives. They'll be looking after you. How are you? Good strong contractions there.
As labour is progressing so quickly, Natasha doesn't have time for an epidural.
As soon as we got into the room, she was like breathing through the gas and she just started pointing down. And then the nurse lifted up the sheet and then you can see the baby's head.
That's it. Your baby's first head is baby's born. Everything is fine. You're doing fantastic. Okay, baby's coming now. That's it. That's it. Now. Hello. Now, here's your first little one. Did you know what you were having? A little girl. 1759. Congratulations.
Twin one was in a hurry to come, and that was a very straightforward normal delivery. The delivery of the first twin can be stressful on the second twin.
Natasha is scanned to see what position twin 2 is in.
Twin 2 is buttling breech, which means that the feet are coming first.
With each contraction pushing twin 2 out feet first, every second counts to deliver the baby safely.
Is there anything you want, or?
No.
You sure?
I can't have anything.
For Stacey, Jean and Alan, the road to fertility has been long and difficult. Over the last 3 years, they have had 2 failed IVF cycles. The third was possibly to be their last.
The first time our pregnancy test came back negative, and that was a hard day.
Yeah, we thought after getting through every other stage, we thought this was our time. Our luck was changing now that we had the hard bit done.
Our second cycle, we didn't get the follicles far enough over the line, so we had to scrap that cycle. And then the third cycle, as
my body was getting used to the medication, so they upped the dosage and make it higher and higher. And I was getting to a very high dosage where if my body wasn't reacting to this, it probably wouldn't react for future cycles. So we were worried about that part. So we kind of wrote this cycle off, saying, right, we'll go through the motions. It's not working. We're barely getting above the line.
Yeah, we got 3 eggs, and after the 5-day wait, we had 1 embryo. Give us a kick. 3 o'clock in the morning, I was woken up to a positive pregnancy test. You're meant to do it after 2 weeks. Stacey never waits the 2 weeks.
Very hard.
We cried and we hugged and we kissed and we were delighted. And I've never seen a happier pregnant woman in my life. Stacey was just so happy.
Yeah.
We got the call from the clinic to say that the bloods came back, and "You're very pregnant" was the word that she said.
Gonna miss it. I'm missing it already. But I still
don't think I'm letting myself believe it until I have the baby there and everything is okay.
At last, after almost 5 years trying to conceive, it's time for Stacey, Jean and Alan to go to theatre for their baby's delivery.
Right, let's go meet this baby. I'm crying already.
Natasha's first twin was born within minutes of her arrival to delivery room 9. Her second baby is in breech position.
Now, Natasha, we're going to put your legs up in stirrups.
There was two very senior doctors there. The feet were extremely high, so the registrar had to internally examine Natasha to hold the feet in position.
Big push. That's it. Right down to your bottom. Hold it and push down. That's it.
Her foot slipped out of her hand, and like I could literally feel her swim away, and then feel your one's hand just grab her leg. Then I'm like, oh my god, imagine feeling that in your stomach. Like
Big push. That's it. That's it. And one more.
And then
The contraction's gone. Contraction. Natasha, listen to me. I'm going to take the gas for one.
No, you're not. And she was like, no, we need to take that back. I was like, you're not taking it anywhere.
We'd really like you to have another normal delivery, okay? So if you work with us, we'll have the baby really soon.
And when the contraction comes, Natasha, give a big push down.
Push down more.
Come on, right down.
No, not pushing. Natasha, please remove that from your mouth. You have to.
Remove your hand from there, please. Get your hand away from me, please.
Natasha.
You did a bit of shouting, I did a bit of shouting. The poor midwives got the brunt of it, didn't they?
Please give me the gas for one moment.
No. Tasha, what, Mum?
Come on, you have to work with Natasha.
Now, give the gas.
No.
No? No. Do you want this baby out?
Natasha, you have to work with us, please.
You got a contraction, push.
Yeah, okay, go for it, go front. No, come on.
Your body's telling you what to do. So like I was like trying to listen to my body instead of trying to listen to everybody else.
That's it. I know, come on. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Very good.
Go for it. That's it. Now, 18, 17. Now, your baby's foot is out, okay? You're doing great.
It's not an everyday occurrence, and when you see a baby being delivered by breech, you know, there may be a delay with the head coming. It is a challenging situation.
That's it. Now, Natasha. That's it. Now, Natasha. 18, 18. Now, she's just a little bit stunned because that one was a little bit hard on her, okay? So we're just going to bring her over to the baby doctor. Yes, it is a girl.
She's fine. She just, if it was just a bit more pressure.
Like Andrew was looking over, he was holding Amelia. And I just went over to Andrew, I said, Andrew, she'll be fine, she'll be grand. My own heart was sinking as well, like, you know. And I'd gone over, I said, is she going to be okay? And he said, yeah, she's fine.
There she goes.
Yeah, right? Come on. Are you your sister?
Hello, Missy. You got to open your eyes. I see one.
When I started crying. Like she never cried at the other births, she just started sobbing. But I think it's because like obviously like she had twins before me and she lost them.
The twins will now be tested for cystic fibrosis. Natasha and Andrew will know the results in a few weeks.
The minute you have the baby, like the pain goes, like you can't remember. Like even now, like you still get the twins mixed up.
No, I don't.
And they don't even look like each other. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't get mixed up.
There you have it.
They look nothing alike. Like one has like loads of hair. One has like not like a granddad hair.
Now, look down at them. That must what makes it all worthwhile now, doesn't it? All that pain.
Stacey, Jean and Alan are on their way to theatre. With Stacey's previous surgeries, a C-section is the safest method of delivery. The sense of expectation is building.
You all right? You sure? Do you want to back out? Keep it in there?
I walked that corridor 4 times beforehand with for my operations was always the same, walking down the same corridor into the theatre.
Oh yeah, could be my last one.
Yeah.
Touching it.
It is.
I should look.
Do you know what you're having again? No, that's
surprise.
Right. Okay. Do you want me to show you?
Do you know
or
what we're
tell?
having?
No, I don't. No, you'll be the first to know nearly. You'll be the first.
Every operation was hope. Every operation I got done, it was like, right, this is going to fix everything, we'll get pregnant now. Do you know, so you always left there with hope. So it was, but you always walk down hearing other people delivering babies.
Yeah.
Here's all I guess I'll see you in there. Love you. See you in a minute.
No, okay, you just follow me.
All I want to do is just see the child's face and know that it's healthy and it's fine. I really don't. If it's a boy, I will be shocked. I really just don't. Whenever I think ahead of christenings and birthdays and Christmases and stuff, it's always a girl. And I just don't know why that is. I'm just fully convinced. So I will be very shocked if it's a boy. I love a boy as much as a girl. So once the child is healthy and happy, I don't care what sex it is, you know. You know, maybe it'll be gender neutral, who knows? That's okay too. I scrubbed up well, and Stacey was very happy that they were
The
Galway colours, that they were maroon scrubs.
And getting into the same room and seeing some of the staff and going, right, well, I've had her and her before. And I was like, this is good, this is a good omen.
Then me realising, oh my God, we're about to meet this child that we've tried for so many years to make.
You might feel a bit of a stretch. Yeah.
Okay, you're okay. You're off 3 minutes. Speak to it. Out 3 minutes. Okay.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Let's see, what have we got, boys? What have we got? It's we're right. You see her? Hello, my dog. Oh, she's not happy with me. I'm just going to let her relax down in her tummy for a minute.
Thank you.
Congratulations, both of you.
She looks perfect. I forgot to look and see what she was. I was just looking at her face. I was like, oh, it's a baby. It's a baby. We've heard her crying. She's the image of you.
Look at her, she's beautiful. I'm going to take her to the wall.
She's the image of you.
Pretty nice and warm.
I don't remember a time without her. As soon as she was there, I was like, yeah, that's my baby girl.
It was worth it all, wasn't it? It was almost like you always knew her. Like that she was always someone that was always there, not someone that you met 3 minutes ago. She's beautiful. And suddenly you're just a father in a corridor with a baby, and you know, you're looking down and they're looking up at you and hi. Hi. You look at her and she smiles at you, and you know, you feed her, and it's just, we're so lucky. You know, we're so lucky. Yeah, it's just been unbelievable. Like, we took a photo and of the two of us just after the embryo had been implanted into Stacey, and the fact, you know, like the thought that this baby has come from that is just unbelievable. The fact that Stacey grew this little girl inside of her, and you know, that pregnancy was just full of love, and it was full of, we loved every minute of the pregnancy. We loved it, you know, and we're going to love you even more. Yeah.